Greetings and salutations. Welcome to my amazing show. Once again, I'm your host, the great and mighty Mr. Perez, and today I'll be playing some more Coffee Talk Episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right back into this. Looks like bad weather again tonight. Let's hope it doesn't bring bad tidings. Oh, here we go, Bailey's. Voice should I give him? I don't know. I think it's a very nice color scheme. Well, I think it's lacking something. It's too dainty. Dainty. What would you like then? Red, black, and purple? That wouldn't be the worst. Okay then. Why not? But you have to commit to it. No take-backs this time. Bye. I don't know. Maybe. Let's take a break from the topic. I only have time for a quick drink before I go back to work. And it's not like we're going to decide now anyway. Maybe that's the problem. How are we supposed to plan this wedding if we keep postponing every choice we need to make? Hey, Mr. Perez, what do you think? Pale green, lilac, and daffodil yellow, or red, black, and purple? Don't put Mr. Perez on the spot. No, it's quite alright. It's just that I wouldn't know. This is your wedding. Your opinions matter, not mine. Exactly. Trouble is, we don't know what our opinions are. And when we think we do, we change our mind. It's like the centerpieces. Oh, please, can we not talk about that now? I really thought we agreed on the cute cottagecore ones. The ones you spotted on Tomodachi. I mean, they were your pick in the first place. They were, but they were also too expensive. We have to be realistic. But weddings in general are expensive. Especially when you want to have 200 guests. Yeah, that's quite a crowd. That's a low blow. Can't just disinvite my extended family. The key word is extended. Do you even know half these people? That's not the issue. If I invite one of them, I have to invite them all. It's like a domino effect. Besides, they'll be paying for part of the wedding. I still don't think they should. I can pull my weight. If we have to choose, I'd rather we have beautiful things you like. Even if it means we have fewer guests. Well, if my family's not chipping in, we might not be able to afford either. Thanks for the vote of confidence. I don't want our wedding to just be a random meal with a bunch of people we're not even that close to. And I said I'll make sure we can afford a dream wedding. Or die trying. I don't want you to. Saved by the bell. That's work. I really can't linger. I think I'll have that drink now, Mr. Perez. Of course. What can I get you? Something that'll keep me awake. I still have work to do and my head hurts. So I guess strong coffee will be good. With a nice spicy kick, please. Any preference on the spicy kick? No. Any strong coffee with spice will do. So strong coffee with a little bit of spice. Let's do... maybe ginger. Let's try that. Ah, that should work. And a Jane Tubruk for the lady. Oh, An oldie goodie. Perfect. I can feel myself relaxing already. Well, that's a good start. I didn't read today's story. Wear it on your sleeve. And press the enter key twice. Neat. What? You're weird. That thing doesn't smell relaxing to me at all. You're weird. I guess we're both weird. That we are. Oh, hey, Hyde. My lovely weirdo. My perfect misfit. This is so much better. It really is. Have I mentioned I love your smile? Never enough. Disgusting. I'm gonna need something real spicy to wash this down. Man, I'd love to serve it to you, Hyde. If Bailey's doesn't want to order, that is. Hyde, sorry. Didn't hear you come in. Yeah, I know. You were too busy doing whatever you were doing. Hey, Hyde. Go ahead. Get yourself a drink. I can wait. I'll stick here for a while anyway, until Lua properly gets off work. Alright then. Did you hear me, Mr. Perez? Spicy is the name of the game. Any preference on the spice or the base? Nope. Just make sure it's got a spicy kick or something. Then double it. Spicy kick or something, then double it. Maybe... that... Let's do... this. Zobo. I felt up for a challenge, so try this. If you don't like Hibiscus in this, you never will. Let's see if you crack the Hyde code. Well, this is kind of troublesome, Mr. Perez. You know me a little too well. Ah, so I take it this works for you. This is a perfectly executed Zobo, if I have ever tasted one. Glad to see you've made good use of your ginger resupply. So you knew I couldn't get it right last time. Heh. Forgive an old man his old man jokes. Anyhow, this is the only acceptable way to drink Hibiscus. I used to have a friend in Lagos who made me Zobo like this. Every time I visited, she lived near the harbor. We would sit down and drink it, and watch the boats float by. Yeah, pretty sweet. That sounds lovely. She was a good friend. She isn't anymore? Heh. When you got a vampire's lifespan, friends come and go. That's sad. You get used to it. Isn't this why you say something about enjoying each moment even more? Or grief being the price you pay for love? I'm afraid it's a lot more mundane than that. Some things you forget, and for others, you just get better at moving on. Anyway, speaking of enjoying the moment, your family troubles have sorted themselves out, yes? They're on the marriage track? Yeah, we are. I bet you could. If only. We definitely are. Not getting too bored? Not really. Turns out, planning a wedding is, well, suitably entertaining. That's one way of putting it. Can't wait to be at the marriage stage of it, to be honest. Yeah, I bet that's the case. Did you sound any less enthusiastic? Hey. Here they go again. Good to see that some things don't change. And such a dramatic backdrop, too. You should start serving popcorn, Mr. Perez. I'd be more enthusiastic if we didn't fight about it every single time. No, I'm not engaging with this right now. I've got to go to work anyway. Right. And I'm gonna have a drink. Bye, Mr. Perez. Bye, Hyde. See ya. What can I make you, Mr. Bailey's? I think... Something warm, sweet, and comforting, please. A hot chocolate, perhaps? Yes. Chocolate with honey and milk could work. Okay. Chocolate. Honey. No, wait. Honey, milk. Chocolate Miliku. Yeah. This could work. There we go. A chocolate Miliku for you. Perfect. This feels so good, Mr. Perez. How's Coffee Talk 2? You absolutely love the first one. I'm enjoying it so far. It's pretty good. Very much more of the first game. But I do like the new characters, though. It means a lot that you're always looking out for all of us. On a miserable night like this. It's heartwarming. But of course, you're our valued customers. And I like money. You have to add it to your purchases soon? Yeah, it's very nice. I hope Lua didn't get too soaked. You do care a lot about her. Of course I do. Then, why all the fighting? You tell me. This wedding is bringing out the worst in us. Since we sorted out the situation with my family? You mean, since you cut them off? Yeah, since I stopped talking to their judgmental faces. Lua and I haven't fought about anything. Until now. Every time we try to organize this thing, it's like we become different people. Indeed. Let me ask you something. Go ahead. What do you want from this wedding? How do you mean? Hmm. It's not complicated. I'm just asking what you want. If you close your eyes and picture the day, what do you see? Honestly, I have no clue. I know Lua is there, but that's about it. That's not a bad start in truth. But if you don't have specific expectations, why don't you just let her do what she wants? Oh, you make it sound so easy. I want her to have what she wants. That's exactly what I've been trying to achieve. I've been picking up on everything she's liking on Tomodachi. Every wedding picture she's pinning online, all the places she finds cool, all the fashion designers she follows. She deserves to have all that, to have a special day. But every time I make a suggestion, she won't hear of it. She says it's too much, too expensive, too this, too that. Is it too much, too expensive? That's not the point. I don't want her to have a shabby wedding, just because I'm estranged from my family. I want her to have what she wants, what she deserves. A proper princess wedding. You're a remarkably presumptuous young man. Mr. Hyde? No, that's alright. I know Hyde helped Lua back in the day. If he's got something to say, I want to hear it. Good. Because I was gonna say it whether you like it or not. Oh yeah, that's Hyde. That's Hyde for you. You're sitting here, going on about everything Lua should want. As if you could know what's in someone else's heart. Even when you love someone. No. Especially when you love someone. You should never presume to know what they need. Lua is the only thing who can tell. Lua is the only one who can tell what Lua wants. But that's exactly the problem. When I ask her, she always says she doesn't know. Then give her time to figure it out. It's not gonna help if you pressure her with 1,000 suggestions a minute. Or if you try to force her into some sort of princess wedding, just to make you feel good about yourself. But what if we take so long that we reach old age, and we're still not married? If you reach old age and you're still together, married or not, I think that counts as a win. And since we're talking about taking some time, you should also use that time to figure out what you want. Otherwise, the best you'll get is a wedding, based on your skewed up idea of what Lua's wedding should be. That sounds pretty sad to me. Well, that wasn't pleasant to hear. Bailey's? But it also wasn't wrong. Give her time and figure out what I want, huh? Sounds so simple. Should have thought about that before, I guess. You're not bad at this tough love thing, are you, Hyde? He's got decades of experience. Perhaps I should consider a career in couples counseling. Would be a nice little side gig. That doesn't sound nearly as much fun as modeling. Doesn't it? Modeling gets old after a while. I thought you were having a good time in LA. I was. Until I wasn't. I'm moving to Seattle, in fact. I kept my contract with the agency just in case. But there aren't many modeling jobs to be had here. Really? What are you gonna do then? Go back to my mafia dwarf buddies, of course. Wait, the dwarves have a mafia? Come on. I'm obviously kidding. Yeah, the dwarves have a mafia. You know, I wouldn't be surprised. Are you though? You? I wouldn't go back to them. I go back to being chased by them. Ah. Besides, I checked in on them and everyone I used to find entertaining has retired now. Meanwhile, the grandkids managed the whole enterprise. Like it's some sort of startup. They're taking the modern approach, huh? Are we seriously talking about the Mafia right now? That's for me to know. And for you to wonder about. Mr. Hyde likes to play a little. Guilty as charged. I can't help it. When I see an earnest face, I have to tease it. Oh. Take that as a compliment? But also, what's wrong with managing things like a startup? That sounds like a pretty efficient approach, right? You young people. Impatient in business like you're impatient in love. Efficiency isn't everything. I have all the time in the world. I don't care if things are done fast. I want them done right. Maybe you should go into slow fashion. Or fine arts. If you paint with oils, that'll take some proper time. Fine arts were the first thing I got good at a few centuries ago. But my style isn't trendy nowadays. Too much chiaroscuro lighting. I think that's how I pronounce it. And putting blue in skin tones isn't novel anymore. If you're insinuating that you're Rembrandt... If my mafia buddies found out, I'll be in trouble. You're always joking around, Hyde. But for all that, you don't sugarcoat your advice. You're a pretty great listener. I hope you also have people who listen to you. I'm moving here to be closer to them. What was that? Nothing. I believe your phone's ringing. Ah, it's Lua. She's done with work for the day. Finally. Man, time really passed, didn't it? In a hurry to leave here, Mr. Baileys? No, not at all. But I am looking forward to going home. And keeping bickering? Nah, I don't think so. I had an epiphany just now. Just be something in the drink. It must be something in the drink. I'm gonna leave the topic alone for a little while. Good elf. Enjoy your night then. I think I will. Thanks, Hyde. And thanks, Mr. Perez. Of course. Have a good night, Mr. Baileys. Mr. Hyde? What was that about the Mafia, and modeling, and fine arts? Are you genuinely considering a career change? All I'm considering right now is whether my car got nicked. I know old man Georgie said this area is safe, and it's a bit of a pile of junk. But it's a pile of junk with sentimental value. I sent a story. It's quite a story indeed, but I'll make it short, because it's getting pretty late. I got this car many moons ago, back when Gala was my bodyguard. I'd been stuck in Seattle for a while, working day in and day out. At some point, I decided that I needed a proper break. But, you know Gala, he's a bit of a stickler for the rules. There was no way I could have a night out in the middle of a big job. Not on his watch. So you flipped his watch. Aha! You know me well, Mr. Perez. Some friends and I, we decided to get together. I was to provide the ride, they provided the entertainment. I did the usual thing. I waited until Gala was sound asleep. Then I left a pile of pillows under the duvet, hide-shaped. And I snuck out of the hotel room. There was only one problem. Gala was my chauffeur as well. He had your car keys. He had my car keys. And I wasn't about to poke the bear wolf. So I just went to the nearest dealership and got the cheapest car I could find. I only intended to keep it for the night, you see. I'll spell you the details, but my friends and I, we drove to a lovely spot with a view. For the sort of action which, I admit, might appear ambiguous from the outside, but to me, was very enjoyable indeed. We were right in the thick of it when suddenly, we hear a tap on the window. Let me guess. That was Gala. Damn, was he banging in the car? The wolf himself. He peers inside. Then he starts banging on the door so hard the cold car is shaking. We all just kind of freeze. And then he says, "How dare you kidnap Mr. Hyde?" Ah, okay. Opens the door and tosses my dates outside. Mr. Hyde? You're not minding me up, are you? Oh, Mr. Perez, I wish. Sorry. It still sends me into a fit just to think about it. He princess carried me out of the car, if you can believe that. That's a conscientious bodyguard if I've ever heard of one. That indeed. Right? Truly earning his yearly bonus. I didn't even have the chance to explain the situation. At least, not until he removed my gag. Yeah, definitely that kind of night, huh? Gala acted like he was angry, but in reality, he was mortified. And not as mortified as my dates, who wanted to pick out of the grass. Poor Gala. Yes, Mr. Perez. I see where your allegiance lies. Personally, I say, poor me. I never saw those lovely friends again after that fiasco. But I couldn't be angry at Gala even then. In fact, I found this chivalry rather charming. He didn't seem to find my antics quite as charming, though. He had woken up, hadn't found me, and was already suspecting the worst. And that was before he discovered me in a strange car in the middle of nowhere, in a compromising position. I think he was truly terrified on my account. So, he stopped talking to me for a few weeks. That doesn't sound unfair. Yeah, that seems pretty reasonable. I suppose it wasn't. He also wouldn't give me my car keys back. I got stuck with this old thing you can see outside. And the worst of it is, if you can believe it, I decided as a grand gesture to chauffeur him around it in. He stopped sulking really quickly after that. I suspected he wasn't a huge fan of my drive. Yeah. Anyhow, I decided to keep the car in the end for whatever reason. My car collection has some serious turnover, but this one isn't going anywhere. I must have replaced everything inside it a dozen times over, and it's very banged up. But I guess I've grown fond of it by now. We're both a little stuck in time, this car and I. You're rather more sentimental than I thought, Mr. Hyde. Sentimental, huh? That's what you took away from that story? But I suppose you're right. Good thing it's only us here. I can possibly deny this conversation ever took place. Still, the rain has stopped, and this is my cue to go. Before I lose all my remaining cred. I hope the car is safe and sound. So do I. And Mr. Perez? Yes? Nah, nothing. Have a good night. Good night, Mr. Hyde. And safe journey home. Another day taken care of. Anyway. Let me take a sip of water. Yep. Always important to stay hydrated when you're doing a lot of reading. Anyway. Monday, September 25th, 2023. The rise and fall of Weirdstein box offices, a brief history. Sold out. Replica astronaut suits experience an extreme increase in sales. First wave of visa applications to Europe rejected for failure to include passport signatures. Let's check the day out. Like a cup of coffee. Makes you feel good, energized, ready to take on the world. Made with more care, made in cafes, even more special coffees. Remember the taste fondly. Crashed. That's cute. I like. Probably Lucas. Anyway. I hope the power hiccups didn't affect the machine too much. This is a very slow start. Ah, here we go. Right in the nick of time. Welcome, you two. It's a relief to see you safe and sound. Hi, Mr. Perez. Yes, we're also very relieved. It was a little scary last time. We analyzed the events of the evening and found them 31.245% frightening and 68.755% distasteful. Leaving in such a hurry is not an experience we care to repeat. Hopefully this will be a quieter evening. Yes, that is our wish. Anyhow, greens are customary in cafes, bars, and restaurants, are they not? Therefore, good evening. Good evening. Even if in reality it should be good night. We find that very strange. That good evening is a way to say hello, but good night is a way to say goodbye. Is this assuming that you never start an encounter at night? Because that theory would appear to be empirically wrong. For example, this is the second time we meet Earthchild, and both times have been at night. Our 100% sample does not bear out the aforementioned premise. But additionally, the very concepts of evening and morning seem only marginally... Amanda? Yes, what is it? I think Mr. Perez tried to interject a couple of times. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, Mr. Perez. No, it's alright. I didn't have anything important to say. The truth is, I'm not sure why our greetings have a circadian rhythm. Earthlings are creatures of habit, I suppose. They get attached to certain ways of using language, and often don't question the actual meaning of words. Yes. At least in this particular case, no one's getting hurt. Since I arrived here, I've observed that some thoughtless usage of language can have a much more painful effect. Indeed. We see and we agree. And we apologize for interrupting you, Mr. Perez. Don't worry about it. Communicating without a Hive connection is rather challenging. Besides, we have been in a somewhat heightened mental state. We have been finding Earth quite curious. Extraordinary evening. We are keen to absorb as much information as we can during our visit here. It seems to us our siblings who previously visited Earth came back with findings of a rather superficial nature. We are excited to gather data that will advance the science of Earth studies. Our return to the Hive will be triumphal. Ahem. Of course, we do not do such things for the glory. But still, we are looking forward to seeing our work recognized. So, are you a scholar, Miss Amanda? Yes, that is a good equivalent of what we are. We specialize in data gathering and analysis of poorly charted territories. That sounds very impressive. Oh, DGAPCT is much less impressive than our siblings' mission. Silver is an explorer and an adventurer. He is deserving of respect, and his mission to find a prospective partner is of the utmost importance. Your perspective, huh? No progress in that front, I take it? Well, I wouldn't quite say that. Very intriguing. You're always so professional, Mr. Perez. You really ask direct questions. But I think you were a little curious about the gossip, right? What is gossip? Gossip is information about what goes on in other people's lives. Oh, we see. So it's like data on individual beings then. Yes, that sounds right. We love gossip. What is wrong with it? Nothing at all, and I would love to listen to yours. But let me at least make you a drink first. We must consider our choice of drink carefully. We suggest our sibling goes first. Are you ready to order a sipper? I have an idea, yes. Can we expect an interesting new recipe? You're a barista yourself now, after all. Barista? How am I... Oh, you mean the cafe? Yes. You mentioned you were opening one, didn't you? I am. After a fashion. But I'm not focusing on drink menus just yet. Also intriguing. I promise I'm just not withholding information, Mr. Perez. But things are a little complicated. Is it alright if we start with a drink? I'll try my best to explain everything afterwards. That sounds good to me. Then, I think I'd like something simple tonight. Do you remember the first drink I ordered? When I came here years ago? Wasn't it a coffee-based drink? It was. A coffee drink. And I think you mentioned it was very bitter. Bitter and tart, right? Yes, I think that's right. A bitter and tart coffee drink. So, coffee for sure. What's bitter and tart? Maybe some lemon. Black lemon. Oh yeah, I should probably, give him that. What is... I got it off the agent last time he was here. This is quite something. Thank you, Mr. Perez, truly. You can't know how much it helps, but it really does. Yeah, don't mention it. I thought, you know, maybe you find a way to put it to good use. I'm sure I could figure something out. You seem to have grown quite creative over the months. I guess I have, somewhat. I'll let you know how this plays out in the end. Thank you again. Here's a black lemon for you, Silver. This definitely looks like what I had in mind. And it tastes interesting. Very minimal, yet strong. Very enjoyable. I think I might prefer sweeter things, but I'm glad I tried this one. You know, I second what Miss Amanda said last time. You feel the same in some ways, yet also very different. I don't know. I do think that everyone keeps changing all the time. Maybe we feel like our personalities make sense because we see ourselves in hindsight. When the truth is, we make ourselves up as we go along. That is an insightful theory, Silver. You have grown wiser. You used to be a rather youthful and innocent part of the hive. Well, I have had to learn and adapt here. It has been a couple of years after all. But despite all that, and considering what I said about people changing all the time, I don't think I have changed all that much. In fact, it's as if I've been becoming a little more me every day. Just feeling myself. Speaking of that, we meant to ask, how did you choose this specific Earthling appearance over another? Our observation is that Earthlings come in a many varieties, with a near infinity of combinations. Did you run a random generation algorithm? Oh no, it wasn't random at all. Even if at first it wasn't a conscious process. I chose the way I look because it felt true to who I am. When I first started coming to this cafe, I had a hard time understanding this world and its rules. But there were already some things that I could relate to. Some things that felt familiar. Like Hyde's eyes that always see beyond the surface. Or Gala's outfit, which is a sign of kindness and trust. I borrowed those traits from them without even realizing. You took inspiration from them. Yes. Our species seems to have the ability to do that. But Gala's fashion I couldn't keep after all. It came with responsibilities. People stopped me all the time to ask for medical advice. Oh, he took that a little too literally. I can see how that would be problematic. Yes. But then I found this fictional universe, where all the stories take place in the stars. So I changed my outfit to imitate theirs. Star Trek. I can kinda get it. And at some point, it all came together. One morning, I saw myself in the mirror, and I felt right. Like the way I looked matched who I was. It made me feel at peace. So although I look different now from when we first met, and although I've learned the ways of this world a bit and have grown a bit, in many ways, I still feel the same. Different, but same. Yes. Different, but same. It makes sense to us. It really does. Oh, is this Laurel? No. This is from Pearl. Still no news from Midge. We think the odds are 84.308% that she is phantoming you. Do you mean ghosting? We mean phantoming, as in when you think you hear a sound, but your ears are merely playing a trick on you. We thought we had established a hive connection with Midge, but it was only a phantom sound after all. Anyhow, what is Pearl saying? That her calendar might clear up soon, if I want to meet up. Ooh, Silver! Yeah, way to go, buddy. It sounds like things are going very well indeed. Think it may be time I tell you a little bit about this. But we wish to order a drink as well. Oh, of course, I'm so sorry. Go ahead, Amanda. Oh. Our apologies, but the machine's having issues today. We'll let you know as soon as it's working again. Curious that Earth drink making skills are so refined, yet so unreliable. This is a land of contradictions. Yeah, tell me about it, jeez. It sure is. But do carry on, sibling. Right. So, I've been relying on Amanda to help me with the online part of online dating. And it's been working really well. On average. There have also been some small issues. Earthlings are strange. Online dating has a reputation for emphasizing that, yes. Some Earthlings express their interest, but when you say hello, they never answer back. While in real life, saying hello is a starter for 99.845% of conversations. It seems that online, more humorous or breeding-oriented openers are favored. However, if an opener is entirely horned, it is considered out of bounds and angrily dismissed. Yeah, you don't want to go in too strong, of course. Horned. Yes, that is when prospective partners send you close-up pictures of their horns. Okay, yeah, I know what she's talking about. People do that? Oh, yes. I think we'll be fine after a bit of conversation. If we get into the mood and they ask first, if they ask me first, I'd probably say yes. Horns can be really pretty, you know. But it feels very strange when that's the first thing they do, before they even write a single word. I can imagine. And then sometimes Earthlings express interest, but after reading a joke that is statistically funny 99.908% of the time, they answer with a sad face and block communications. Funny for you 99.908% of the time? Yes. Yeah. Indeed. Fortunately, online dating is governed by the law of large numbers, which favors persistence. We are patient. Amanda has been spending a lot of time on the app, and it's started to work out. I'm now having conversations with some really nice people, especially Pearl. We prefer Laurel. Her facial features are more symmetrical, but Silver seems to favor the asymmetrical Earthling. It's just... she sounds like a really good person. She's a communications director for a charity that fights homelessness. She cares about other people a lot. I don't think she's been very lucky in return. But she's very funny, and curious of everything, and her smile. There's a streamer you know, and for some reason you're second in command because you joined a Discord server before two other people she knows joined. Huh, that is interesting. Please desist. We can sense your hormones boiling. Really, you could tell that. And she's the person you might be getting a date with? I really hope so. Do you have a day and time for your date? No. This is on a different topic. Please excuse me. Uh-oh. So I take it you've been enjoying your time on Earth, Miss Amanda? Or... not? No, we have been enjoying it. But we also see the limits of it. How do you mean? We are a hive mind. A hive mind knows no boundaries or limitations. We share all our thoughts and desires. It is not difficult for us to connect. We are born connected. But Earthlings are guarded. They have complex emotions, and they have no means of truly knowing what anyone else feels. That makes them afraid of judgment and of hurt. It must be very difficult and painful for them to connect deeply. There is so much that they must let go for first. We could not live like that. You said that online networks were like a hive. Like a hive, but not a true hive. A true hive requires honesty and directness, as well as the desire to deeply understand others. I see. You don't think you could ever adapt the way Silver has? Silver is different. Even when he was a part of us, we could sense him looking outwards. That is why he's become such an amazing explorer. And that is why he made the effort to learn Earthlings' codes and behaviors. He did not just want to understand. He wanted to experience. We are not like him. We like to seek knowledge on what is different from us. But once we have that knowledge, we are satisfied. Uncovering it and bringing it back is what makes us happy. This is curious. It seems we are picking up some Earthling instincts after all. It is a good thing that our data readings here should soon be complete. And Silver's on his way to getting a date. It would appear so. Yeah, the Greek gods and goddesses award. Uh-oh. Amanda, we have to go. What? Again? That call was bad news. The agent... Too late. Just hide behind the counter, quick. Good evening, Mr. Agent. We apologize, but our machine has been having issues. Well, what does it look like? A government agent? Clearly on the track, truly trying to find some ALMLs? We cannot serve drinks at the moment. You know very well I'm not here for drinks. I'd rather not involve any more civilians in this, though. He's a man in black. He's on the hunt for aliens. Oh. You mean me? I'm sorry, but can't... Whatever this is, wait for another night. I haven't finished my drink yet, and it looks like rain again outside. Well, here's something that can't wait for starters. Barista, did you happen to find an ID card lying around? An ID card? Not that I can recall, no. I certainly hope you're telling the truth. Mr. Agent, you always seem to doubt me. But you've been here several times already. Surely you see by now that I'm not lying. Well, you're awfully good at avoiding straight answers. You expect me to give a straight answer during Pride Month? Come on, buddy. Okay, I know it's technically October in-game, but still. Well, it's September in-game, but still. Losing an ID card sounds very troublesome. Is it wrong to make your created characters in your mind overpowered? I'd say it depends on the series. Back when I worked at a delivery center, they would make us pay a lot to replace lost ID cards. That's not even the start of it. My job is a lot less forgiving than a delivery center. I'm very sorry to hear that. What's your job exactly? We uncover illegal aliens and extradite them. Yeah, and he means literal aliens. Damn, alright. I guess I like. Which is why I've been coming here in the first place. We keep getting tips that there may have been alien sightings around this cafe. Speaking of which, have you noticed anything out of the ordinary, young man? I can't say that I have. I don't come here all that often. But it's always seemed very above board to me. Why are you affecting people in Tomodachi? Sounds kind of convoluted. Are you sure the ships aren't a prank? It seems that some young people enjoy these as a pastime. There are very popular videos of them online. Your imagination is a very big place. Yeah, I can imagine. That... maybe it is, but I still have to investigate properly. Otherwise, my superiors will have my head on a platter. But you can't waste your time on a cold trail either. Surely your superiors will see that you've done your best. I doubt that. They're a bit obsessed with the alien situation. Obsessed? Is it really that big an issue? Well, having such unusual elements around disturbs the public peace. Your average Joe has no clue about what to make of them, you know? It makes people feel unsettled. I see. Although the visible aliens aren't too bad from where I'm standing. At least we can identify and extract them. Aliens who try to pass for Earthlings are a bigger problem. Why so? For one, it just muddles things. No matter how much they try to look like Earthlings, they were born aliens. and aliens they will remain. But now they're aliens who don't look like aliens. What does that mean, you know? What does that mean, you know? What does it stop? What if some Earthlings decided they wanted to look like aliens? There would be a huge mess. Would it? Anyway, the top brass insists that we go after them. And in the end, that makes my job a lot harder. All that time spent detecting them. Gives me a good spacesuit wearing alien any day. Give me a good spacesuit wearing alien any day, you know? Ugh. Oh, but don't you worry about a thing. We get fire. Always find a way to keep the public safe. Your group name is Fire. Huh. Okay. I see. So how do you go about detecting them anyway? That one's easy. Once I have my suspicions, I check their ID. That makes it all clear, right? Right. I do wonder though. What is it? And I'm sorry if I'm being too curious. I have a habit of putting my foot in my mouth. No, you're good. No harm in asking. In that case, what is it that makes aliens so very different? There are all sorts of people living here. They all have different personalities, different looks. And for me, when I walk through the streets of Seattle, and I see that no two people are alike. Who is this guy, the Terminator? Yeah, just the Men in Black. Certainly ain't no JOK though, that's for sure. I'll admit, it makes me very happy. So if someone comes from further away, but they feel an Earthling at heart, would they really be more different from the people who live in this city than the people in this city are different from each other? Or would they just be another version of an Earthling? No reason. Perhaps no less beautiful. At the end of the day, who the hell knows? It's not like I can afford to spend time pondering it. I don't have a dog in this fight, so to speak. Thing is, the law is the law, and my job is to uphold it. Right, but despite everything you said, it's still unclear to me why the law is so stringent against aliens. Well, it's not so much that the law is stringent against them. It's more that there's no law for them. How do you mean? Well, at this point, we have treaties and codes for all the races we know of, right? But we never made a treaty with aliens, or anything resembling it. There's no law even acknowledging their existence. Oof. I didn't know that. But why is that a problem? This guy is a Terminator for real. Kind of a little too bold to be a Terminator, but okay. The Terminator episode from Family Guy? That's easy. We have no way to regulate their presence. There has been no thorough analysis of how they can cohabitate with Earthlings. As I said, it's all very confusing. For all we know, they could be very damaging to us. So it feels safer to keep them away. At least for now. Safer for whom? A Peter Terminator and a Lois Terminator. I haven't seen that episode. It is what it is. I'm not afraid of aliens myself, and going after them is not my biggest passion. But since I'm doing this job, might as well aim for a promotion. Anyhow, just call us at fire if you spot any aliens, alright? You seem like an honest sort. Unlike some other people. Some other people who should learn to be more straightforward. If they want their business to stay in business. Subtlety is not a government agent strong suit, isn't it? Oh. Oh, for fuck's sake, Amanda. What was that? That was the coffee machine. Yeah, just a coffee machine. It seems to have restarted now. That's a relief. I think I'm still going to conduct a search at the premises, just to be on the safe. Meow. What the heck is this? If I'm not mistaken, this is a local cat. It's come over once before. You're about to call us something out of regret calling her? I mean, as long as it doesn't break Twitch's rules. Or my rules. But you still probably write down. It looks like it might be hiding from another stray. It's very cute. Good kitty. Meow. I think it likes you. I don't know, you tell me. What sort of a place is this? With your fiddly machine and your weird pets? And now it looks like I have an emergency elsewhere. Well, I guess you're off the hook for now. You and your cafe. But make sure I don't get such reports about you anymore. We will try our best, Mr. Agent. Yeah, bye now. Silver, you're trembling. That's alright. You can come out now, I think, Amanda. Well, we found this experience 100% distasteful. Actually, it was 40.235% distasteful, 20.834% scary, and 38.931% exciting. Huh. Oh. I apologize. This is just nerves. We are truly sorry for this disturbance. I think they misspelled that. It's not your fault at all. But should you be sticking around here? The agent might come back. No. Misspelled what? Disturbance. Right here, see? They flipped the U and the R. I lured him away. At least for now. You did? Although it's a good thing the little cat came in when it did. It bought us some precious minutes. Yeah, that disturbance. I wonder if that's supposed to be disturbance. At least I'm pretty sure. What sort of earthling are you? Meow. We see. Do you speak cat? We can feel this earthling's intent better than usual. It is expressing it clearly. It wishes to rest and be left alone. Servants is twin. Oof. I feel all out of sorts. Is the machine really working again? It is indeed. Then make us a drink and one for Silver as well. The same one should be fine for both. Just make it hot and comforting and... What would you like, sibling? I think... I need some sweetness right now. I would really appreciate a hot, very sweet, very comforting drink. Hot, very sweet, and very comforting. Maybe that. Oh, you are, huh? Yeah, I gotta talk all the funny people. Anyway, nah, that's not right. Let's do... You expect a regular tea? Not too sweet. Not too bitter. No sugar. Maybe this should do it. Yeah, something very sweet. There we go, that should do it. Here you go. Plenty of sweetness in this. This tastes amazing. Thank you, Mr. Perez. This really is my kind of drink. It is very thick, is it not? The viscosity of this seems to be nearing 10,000 CPS. Your wife has to handcuff you to anything she can find. Damn. Oh, you just get big cravings for sugar, huh? Damn. We like how different this experience is from the drink you served us the other night. I'm impressed though, Silver. You become quite savvy at navigating these situations. Even if I'm sure you'd rather avoid them altogether. Yes, I would definitely prefer to avoid them. But I need to get used to them anyway. Why? The agent doesn't know you've come from outer space. Surely you should be off the hook. Oh wait. Surely you should be off the hook for now. It's more complicated than that. Mr. Perez, you know the cafe I said I'm opening? Yes? Well, it's not exactly like this cafe. In fact, it's not exactly a cafe at all. For the past few months, I've been the basis of operations. Or SAVE. 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 Society for Aliens and Various Extraterrestrials. Wow. I know, it sounds very reckless. No, it sounds rather admirable. I think I underestimated you. I don't know. But you see why I've had to become savvy, as you said. I have a lot of people depending on me now. Those who are just arriving to Earth and are confused and scared. Those who have adopted Earthling appearances and are trying to blend in. Those who are learning how to understand life here, and how to understand themselves. For all of them, it's an existential matter. Not everyone is meant to be a hive mind. I know I wasn't. No offense, Amanda. We are not offended. We have always known you were different from us. Jasmine, you don't remember which one. Someone's lover sleeps like a damsel in distress. You are a sibling, whether you live as the Hive or as an Earthling. Amanda. I really do love you. What is love? That is not a conversation I think I could have right now. I'll explain to you tomorrow, okay? After we both have a rest. We will remind you of it. I know you will. Yeah, I expect that too. I think I'm getting a little tired now. Is it alright if we go back? Absolutely. Our energy is also 98.429% depleted. Silver, is there anything we can do to help? No, I don't think so. Thank you for offering, really. But you have a different part to play in all this. And you've been playing it very well. You're very kind. Well, in that case, have a good night, the two of you. And please come again soon. You'll always be welcome here. Us and many others. We know. And we're grateful. Good night, Mr. Perez. I'd say good night to the cat, but I don't think it needs my wishes. Yeah, it's just snoozing. Good night, Mr. Perez. See? Now we can use good night. We find it rather odd that... Maybe we should continue this chat while we walk. Alright. Ew. What a night. This has been a great deal more animated than we bargained for. And I suppose we have a new four-legged friend now. I wonder what you're doing here, little one. Don't you have a home? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up. Meow. Meow. Ah, well. I guess it's time for you to let me close shop. But, Silver... It's an honor to be related to someone like you. That was an interesting way to close up that night. Anyway, the next day... Take a little sip of water. Okay. Tuesday, September 26, 2023. First workaholics treatment said it opened in 2024. No phone, no laptop, just rest. That sounds nice. Beachgoers report silver algae blooming on Alki Beach. Curbing recent security breaches. Government to block data leakers website. No. Very stormy out, isn't it? Don't forget to drink water. Oh, good thing I just did, Lucas. Maybe that's just you. I get that. Yeah. Somehow I feel like it's gonna be a long, long night. Harder. Altair? Someone played Assassin's Creed. Yeah, I went ahead and maxed those out. Or not. Yeah, good evening. Oh, hey, Mr. Perez. How are you? Not too shabby, I hope? Everything is just fine. You sure? Positive. How about you, sir? How's work? My shift is over, so I'm free now. Nice. That reminds me, Mr. Hyde was here just the other day. Ah, that's right. Thanks for giving me the keycard, by the way. Good call. You saved me $100. Not a Wait, what? A replacement key would have cost me at least that much. With the fines and everything. Oof. Pricey. Glad Mr. Hyde was around to help then. Yeah. I didn't think he'd be in Seattle, to be honest. Oh? But, didn't you call him for a spare key? I did. So... let's just say I had a hunch. There's a pattern to his visits, even if he isn't aware of it. He'll fly here when he gets tired of something. Could be about work, life, or simply because he's bored. Like with LA recently. Or so he says. I see. I never knew he liked Seattle that much. Or there's something that keeps him coming back. Really? What is it? Take a guess. Huh. Well, if I had to guess... Gala. Yeah, maybe you? Me? I mean, the two of you are very close. And good bonds are hard to come by these days. I see. Well, he's not someone who's big on attachments. Or so he claims. Is that right? Who knows? Maybe that's changing. Because the answer is more or less your coffee shop here. Really? There aren't a lot of places with a good crowd and a warm atmosphere. With an excellent host to boot. Ah. And as you just said, good bonds are hard to come by. What's not to like? It would truly be an honor if you felt that way. Did he tell you the reason for his visit? Yeah. He's moving back here, right? Or at least, that's the plan. Yes, what a nice surprise. He told me he's got a few things to discuss on that. Well, it's part of why I'm here tonight. Aside from getting myself a hot drink, that is. On that note, I'm so ready to take your order. Much obliged. So Henry told me about this Indonesian ginger drink. It has milk, honey, and a couple other stuff in it. I think it's called STMJ. I'll have a cup of that. STMJ. Okay. Milk, ginger, honey. I think I remember that from the first game. Yeah, that should do the trick. STMJ. One nutritious drink from the archipelago. Coming up. Thanks a lot. So, what's in it again? It's a hot blend of egg, milk, ginger, and honey. The drink's name itself is the ingredients. Susu, telu, madu, jan. Milk, egg, honey, and ginger. No wonder it somewhat reminds me of eggnog. Be it spicier and not as rich. But I could see why Henry likes it. It's a great stamina drink. He probably needs it to keep up with Rachel's work. She's a very busy girl after all. You're probably right. As long as he remembers to take breaks. Maybe I should invite him for a drink here sometime. What do you think? That would be lovely. Then consider it done. You know what? I don't think Hyde would show up tonight. Oh? Why is that? When I called him earlier to confirm, he sounded a little annoyed. And it's not exactly great outside either. I thought he liked this kind of weather. Him? Yes. His car? Not so much. That thing wouldn't survive this kind of storm. Now that you mention it, you may be right. I used to drive him in that car back in the day. Did he ever tell how old it is? Yep, give me the whole backstory of it. Oh. I guess I'm just surprised he still uses it at all. The car clearly holds a special meaning to him. He was also quite sentimental about it, which makes me wonder if it has anything to do with him moving back here. What do you mean? He lived here before, right? Yeah. And he kept bringing up the past, too. Are you saying his move is motivated by nostalgia? I was gonna say homesickness, but I realized that makes no sense. I get what you're trying to say, though. It's a strange longing for times gone by. Considering how fast things are changing up. Maybe even too fast. Which is ironic, really. What is? Live long enough, you'll realize the only constant in life is change itself. Things like shifting necessities, curveballs the world throws at you, decay. The stuff we have to deal with indefinitely. Considering our lifespans, you think we get used to it at some point. But we never do. Never completely, anyway. I suppose the idea of getting used to change is a paradox in and of itself. That sounds about right. Perhaps nostalgia is like an anchor for dinosaurs like us. Keeps us from losing ourselves to the world's relentless speed. You get used to these things after a while, huh? Pretty much. Oh, hey there. We meet again. Yes, hello. Excuse me for a moment. Got it. Welcome, Miss Fiona. Good evening. I'm meeting up with someone. Oh, okay then. How's your car, by the way? My car? Oh, you mean the tire. There's really no need for concern, as it was an easy fix. But thank you for asking. My pleasure. May I order a cup of Russian tea? Russian tea. Tea. Okay, so it definitely has tea, obviously. What's Russian though? Maybe if I add these. Ah, Russian tea. Russian tea. Russian tea for the lady rushing to deliver. That's a good one. This is perfect, by the way. Thank you. You're welcome. Yep. Another new one. Despite the name, it's a totally American drink. Alright, she's opening up to me. That's good. So, who are you meeting with, if I may ask? You should know, shouldn't you? After all, you were tasked to give me his contact info. Ah, that's right. So you two did end up connecting after all. We did, yes. But truth be told, I really wasn't sure about contacting him at all. Well, why is that? Because as far as I'm concerned, there was no real reason for me to do so. Nevertheless, I sent him an email the following night, right after the completion of my final delivery, at 3 AM. That's pretty late. A little. But surely no worse than forgetting it altogether. But he replied straight away, to my surprise. I had no idea he was such a night owl. Or perhaps just an extremely early bird. Right? I wonder if he ever sleeps. That should be a question for you too, miss. Oops. Anyhow, he answered me with an apology. He regretted his rudeness from when we first met. Which was another surprise, since I didn't think it was such a matter of concern. Well, he did return here the next evening looking for you. Did he? Yep, he said so himself. I see. How peculiar. In any case, we exchanged phone numbers and have been texting ever since. Then he said he wants to meet up and speak in person. Which is why I'm here now. But I'm still not quite sure it's necessary. I mean, maybe he just wants to chat and hang out? Perhaps. I suppose we'll see. Yeah. Still Height's not coming tonight. Probably for the best, given the circumstances. Is he okay? Yeah. He just wants to take it easy tonight. Understandable. My apologies for these searches. I was hoping to become more stable as the days go by, but... No need to apologize for something out of your control. That's right. You tried everything you could. I know. Thank you for your understanding. I already read that. Okay. How are you doing, miss? Hey there. Did you manage to resolve your issues with children? Sorry? Oh, I mean, the hospital admission problem from the other day? Oh, that. For a minute there, I thought I had a beef with kids I wasn't aware of. Sorry for the misunderstanding. No worries. That was funny. It's only been a few days, so not much has changed. How about you? Feeling better? Ah, yes. Well, I apologize for the way I acted a few days ago. We all have our bad days, so don't worry about it. Thank you. While we're on the topic, I told Officer Georgie what happened to your car. Would you mind pointing out where you believe that incident took place? Sure. It was quite near the police station, actually. At a meter spot just outside the now defunct library. Oh, the vacant building at the Bourne intersection? Yes, that's correct. I see. So it was originally a library. You know the area? I know the property, yeah. It's been abandoned for a long while now. But it's a heritage building, so I often wonder why nothing's been done with it. Since it's located in a very populated, cultural-centric neighborhood. That's true. There's even an art college nearby. Right. Then again, I've always found the street a bit odd. Odd? How? It's just... barren. Especially if you consider the area. And the weird thing is, I feel like it wasn't always that way. Feel? Don't you mean... remember? Nope. Exactly what I said. It's a feeling, not a clear memory. Strange, isn't it? That is odd. Well, there used to be a flea market there. A long, long time ago. Perhaps that is what you were calling. A flea market, huh? The last time I drove there, I remember seeing nothing but concrete. Oh, wait. There was a single dead tree, surrounded by strange trinkets. A dead tree, huh? No idea why I almost forgot about it. It stuck out like a sore thumb. About 8 feet tall, no leaves. It's been there forever, too, as far as I know. That hawthorn tree was something of a landmark for us drivers. And the trinkets you spoke of were actually remembrances of sorts. Remembrances? Hold on. I'm just gonna recap a bit here, okay? Sure. Your car was vandalized near a metered parking spot in front of an abandoned building, a library, on a seemingly deserted street within a busy area that has a large dead tree surrounded by remembrances for some reason. Sounds about right. Except the tree is no longer there. Oh? Are you serious, Pops? Why wouldn't I be? That is crazy. Good evening, gentlemen. Hey, everyone. Oh boy. I thought it'd be early, but you're already here, lady. Hello. Mr. Perez, for the love of all things holy, tell me my lighter is here. Well, you're in luck, because it is. Hot damn, thank goodness. Would you like me to get it for you now? No, it's fine. I'm just glad to know it's here. Just bring it with my drink later. Sure. Let me know when you're ready to order. Cheers. Well, well, well. What's up, y'all? What's new? Evening, officer. We were just talking about the spot where Miss Fiona's car may have been vandalized. Oh? They got your car too, lady? Yes, but it's not a big issue. Still, sorry you had to experience that. Where did you park your car, miss? I can send you the coordinates if you'd like. That'd be real swell. Got it. Okay. Oh. Is it within the area you expected, or... Pretty much. The same location where I parked mine a week ago. I see. You can rest assured, we already increased patrols in that area. That's great. But I am the only one doing it at the moment. That sucks. Hey. Hey. What's that? Am I hearing you, out of all people, down in my skill, Mr. Perez? No, of course not. I just thought it means you had an unfortunate increase to your workload. Ah, well, them's the breaks, I suppose. Anyway, give me your strongest espresso, Mr. Perez, and don't forget my ladder. Espresso, huh? Pretty straightforward. Oh, there it is. Thanks, Mr. Perez. You probably think I'm being silly, but what can I say? It's my lucky charm. Yeah. It's borderline superstitious, I know. Don't you have anything of the sort? Oh wait, oops. Oh, it's still him. Okay, never mind. Well, I have good reason to be superstitious. Whenever I don't have this with me, things happen. Right. Alright, here comes the strongest espresso in the house. Cheers. Ah. Perfect as always. Are you ready to order? Might as well. I like something desserty, because it's my cheat day. Sure thing. Any specifics in mind? Well, I saw this video of a Spanish hot cocoa drink yesterday. It was so thick, I thought it was chocolate sauce. The name also reminded me of a song, but for some reason I can't remember the title right now. You know? That sounds oddly familiar. Oh, for real? They don't have that thick cocoa. It's got milk and a little hot spicy kick to it. Okay, chocolate, milk. And let's do ginger. The Spanish Sahara. Well, wow, that's a whole ass churro, goddamn. Okay. But here you go. Here comes a cup of Spanish Sahara for you. Oh, so that's what it's called. And that's what we call it here, at least. Very cool. Then bon appetit. I think this is it. Very tasty. Thanks, Mr. Perez. Yeah, no problem at all. Just like a day in Barcelona. You're so welcome. So, Pops, just earlier, you were telling me about your creepy patrolling experience, right? Was it in the same location where the lady's car was? Creepy patrolling experience? Well, I don't know if I should even talk about it. Because maybe it's just a tad too spooky. Even for me. What happened? Tell him, Pops. It's not that big a deal, honestly. Then all the more reason to talk about it, right? Maybe someone here will know something. You've got a point there. Yo, we're talking about the area anyway, right? Yep. Well, I've been patrolling there the past few nights. The street itself is fairly straightforward. It's about half a mile round trip from the intersection and back. There's nothing much there either. Concrete sidewalk with metered parking spots. A fence here and there. And an unfinished construction site with a couple of CCTVs dotted about. No tree? What tree? There used to be a dead tree in front of the old library. Huh. Oh, that old dead tree. It was uprooted by the city back in January. Ah. The commercial community decided it wasn't really a good look. So when the city started a massive cleanup project last year, well, they simply voted to get rid of it. I see. Why, what's up? We were actually talking about it earlier, and being a decades-old landmark aside, could there be something more to the tree than just, well, being old? You think so? That's what I think after listening to Miss Fiona. Are you expecting something from me, Mr. Perez? Huh? Oh, no, no. I'm sorry if I crossed the line. You just seem to know a lot about it, and I don't want to mix up the facts. I understand. But I would like to hear the officer's spooky tale first, if you don't mind. Gladly, miss. Almost forgot about me there, huh? So anyway, patrolling that street is an easy task. Only 4 to 5 cars were parked there overnight at most, which makes keeping track a breeze. Sounds ideal enough. As expected though, nothing happened the first 2 nights. But yesterday was a different story. Whoa! Hold on. What a stage setup, man. Oh, you. There you go. Oh, thank goodness. Sorry about that. Please continue. Alrighty. Well, it was nearly the end of my shift, and I found nothing was amiss. There were only 4 cars parked that night, 2 spaced around the street and 2 in the opposite corner, side by side. My plan was to leave after I walked one last round to make sure everything was okay. And a reminder, you can cover the whole place in only 8 minutes. Okay. Then, at the end of my walk, I took a drag on my cigarette. Small because I was about to clock out thinking it was another night job well done. Right? Wrong. As I was immediately faced with the impossible. 3 cars, 2 side by side, 1 across the street. All tires flattened. That's 12 vandalized titles for you. In a span of less than 10 minutes. That is so strange. It would take several minutes to flatten just 1 tire. And that's if you're using the right tools. Right? But that wasn't all. Oh no, it wasn't. Because that was the moment when the streetlights went out. Suddenly, and all at once. What? Right after that, I heard flurries of footsteps and laughter. They were going farther and farther away from the scene, and yet, I saw nothing at all. Oh. Are you sure? Did the CCTV catch anything? The infrareds actually managed to catch something, but the videos weren't clear at all, so I'm still investigating it. Jeez Louise, Pops. That's way spookier than what you told me in the car. But it's cool though. I may be laughing now, but I almost pissed my pants there, you see. Well, whoever they were, they sure worked fast. Right? Anyway, Mr. Perez, I think I want another drink. All that talking is making my throat dry, and the coffee just ain't cutting it. Well, roger that. What would you like? What do you suggest? Oh, what do you suggest? How about some tea with ginger and honey? Sounds good. Can you use that red flower stuff you have as a base? You mean hibiscus? Definitely. Okay. But I like red flower tea with ginger and a touch of honey. Boop, boop, boop. Te Jaher Rosella. Okay. One piping hot Te Jaher Rosella for you. Oh? What does it mean? Jahem is ginger, Te means tea, and Rosella is Roselle, another name for hibiscus. I see. A legit herbal drink. Spicy, but perfect for the weather. Good call, Mr. Perez. I am happy to please. If that's the case, let me join your patrol, Pops. Cause I'm not scared of ghosts. Real beings scare me more. Wait a second, kid. What do you mean by ghost, eh? Jumping the gun a little there, ain't ya? I don't know, Pops. Maybe it's even something crazier than that. This is a really serious problem, kid. Don't joke around like that. Sorry. Interesting. You know something? No, not me. But she might. Right. The tree, wasn't it? Oh yeah. What about it, miss? It's your turn to finish your thought. I'm not sure this can be any use at all, but... Officer? Are you aware of the story behind that tree? Huh? I recall what you said earlier. People often leave remembrances around it. What do you mean by that, miss? Well, it's because someone passed away there. What? Allow me to explain. I mentioned there was once a flea market on that street, correct? Right. They called it the fairy market. The lactose intolerant cop. Anyway, they called it the fairy market. It was unofficially set up by the transients of the community. Transients being the government's terms for unregistered citizens, including all the other uncategorizable beings at the time. Fairies were a part of that. Huh. I remember learning about it. After the war, the government made its first official attempt to sort things out. Organizing equitable classifications was thought as one of the first steps towards civil peace, but it was oversimplified, inefficient, and not speedy enough. Was all that before the Vindication Act? Way before that. Many who couldn't register were basically in administrative limbo. What? That's as good as, like, not existing at all. Really, that's horrible. It was the main reason why the fairy market was created in the first place, to ensure transient survival throughout the changing times, in more ways than one. The market had no real schedule, therefore, the start of Fairy Week would be marked by flowers strewn along the intersection, just so people would notice and come take a look. Sounds kinda too low-key, no? Because it was illegal, silly. Oh. And that was exactly the problem. Oh, hold on. Hey, real quick. I got a call, give me a second. Alright, I'm back. Gotta go roll the trash cans in. And that was exactly the problem. The market ran day and night, its format unchanging. At the same time, the economy was slowly reshaping the landscape. People started to spend more, becoming reckless, while the laws were still shaky at best. Huh? Then a tragic incident occurred one night. A drunk driver was speeding and went off course, striking a vendor there. Oh no. I just realized I forgot to wash my hands. Alright, much better. And the only evidence left of the crime was that tree, standing there where there was no tree before. Ooh, now that's a mystery. Wait a second. What? Why did I never hear about it? How long ago was this? The accident occurred in 1959, but the market itself was forcibly disbanded in 1961. Happened before I was born, huh? Yeah. I remember everything now. It was actually quite an infamous case, wasn't it? But due to the nature of the beings involved, most people couldn't help but, well, forget. Huh? We're talking about the late 50s to early 60s here. Post-war media was still quite scarce. And I remember the drunk driver was also the son of a very wealthy individual. Oh, correct. But that wasn't exactly the part that made the case so infamous. It was due to the fact that no body was ever found at the crash site, as well as the vendor being a transient with no legal ID or paper trail. As a result, the court had no choice but to dismiss the case. But there was a body, wasn't it? Just not the one people might expect. You mean the tree? Right. When semi-spiritual beings like us pass on from the physical world, some may leave specific landmarkers behind. Not all can do that, though. Us banshees don't do that. You don't? No. We simply disappear. Oh. So if I'm getting this right, the tree couldn't be used as evidence because it wasn't classified as remains yet. The witnesses were in the same boat, no paper trail. The driver's lawyer took advantage of those loopholes. And that's messed up. Beyond messed up, Pops. Whoa. I'm boiling. I'll take a further look into this more, miss. But I have a question for you. Yes? You think the vandalism has anything to do with the tree removal? I don't know. I suppose it might depend on when the acts of vandalism began. I was about to say violence for a second. Yeah. That makes sense. Well, I better get going then. It's almost time for my shift. Okay, officer. Break a leg, Pops. I'd rather not. Stay safe. Will do. I'll keep you all posted. I'd better go as well. Got an early shift tomorrow. There's one thing I want to confirm though, if you don't mind, miss. Yes? It's about the fairies passing and how everyone ends up forgetting about them afterwards. I really thought that was just a myth. I guess not. Unfortunately, that is why there used to be memorabilia around that tree. They were efforts by those who remembered to preserve the memory. But it wasn't enough, was it? Else, we'd still have the tree. Really makes me question my memory. Are there any people I might have forgotten? Were there events I missed? It is quite scary to think about. For beings like us, being forgotten is inevitable. So, no need to feel bad about it. Is that so? Oh. I didn't catch your name, by the way. I'm Gala. Oh, I'm Lucas. Nice to meet you, sir. Lucas, eh? Sounds familiar for some reason. I mean, I'm kind of a big deal online, you know. I remember now. That toy from the other day had his name on it, right, Mr. Perez? Right! A toy? You mean the business card I gave you? Yes, that. Oh, I see now. Somehow you gave it to him instead. I did. I'm sorry. Let me be the one to apologize for that. Mr. Perez gave it to me because I was having a small trouble at work. Yeah? Was it helpful in any way? I mean, it's pretty good at easing up anxiety and such. I thought the children would like it, but apparently for them it's a little passé. What? Children nowadays really mature really fast. That they do. They sure know their trends early. Probably because the parents just shoved tablets into their faces. That is true. It's just how things are from now and in the future. You gotta keep up with the world, else you'll get left behind. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for the idea of having toys around the office for the kids. I'll make sure to have more up-to-date stuff for them. Yeah. Glad I could help. Well then. Nice meeting you. Good luck with your future auditions, Miss Fiona. Thank you. See you around. Bye, Mr. Perez. Take care. You okay? It's getting real late. I still want to talk, but if you're tired, let me know. Have you eaten? Do you want something to eat? We don't sell food here. You don't? No wonder your place is always empty. Well... Just kidding, Mr. Perez. Don't hate me, please. Well, do you want another drink, maybe? I wouldn't mind one. Nice! What do you feel like having? Something without milk. With a fresh feeling and some brightness to it. I'm also quite partial to the blue pea tea. Oh! Okay, I'll order something for you. May I? Sure. Mr. Perez, could you try this mix? I saw this pretty drink in a video and it looked perfect for a lady. Yep, what is it? It had blue pea as a base, a lot of mint, and a splash of lemon. Okay. Blue pea, mint, lemon. Galaxy mint tea. Okay, let's serve it. Here you go, miss. For the man sitting right beside you. The only other guy here. It looks nice. Very pretty. I like it. Thank you. I'm glad you do. And wow, Mr. Perez, it looks exactly what I envisioned. Yep, that's another one for the list. Magical and refreshing. Pretty sweet. If I do say so myself. You're a G! I'm happy you both enjoyed it. But man, that whole case earlier though, it was a lot to take in. Also, about the whole forgetting thing? That really gave me chills. Why? Ugh. Don't you feel scared? Of just disappearing in the end? Because I do. That's why I thought I finally understood you too. I mean, the reason why you wanted to become a soprano your way. The traditional way. Oh. You had to compare notes? You had to compare notes? Because I had to be entirely certain about that myself. Oh, huh? Now that's what you call huge pressure. Oh, that though. Can I ask a little teeny tiny question? Go ahead. What inspired you to go down this path? I mean, I may have an idea why you're doing it, choosing the hard way, but why soprano in the first place? Because it's been done before. Pardon? Because there was already a banshee who did it before. So I know it's not impossible. Whoa, for real? Her part was that of a sorbet aria. She was not very well known. What is a sorbet aria? Oh, I mean she was a secondary character. Back in early 19th century opera, sorbet arias would be sung towards the end of the second act. Usually before the evening ended. Hawkers would use their time to offer their wares for the last time to patrons. Often desserts. Hence, sorbet aria. Oh, I see. Like, background singing at the end of a show or something? Yes. Things are different nowadays because people are expected to listen to the end. First time I heard her voice was on an old recording of a comedy opera. I was still very young back then. She was playing a confused maid rover at the very end of the opera, wondering why and how people could act so crazy when in love. But despite her confusion, she thought she wasn't so old that she couldn't find out the reason herself. It was a funny epilogue to the opera. Hearing a banshee sing such a playful and lighthearted piece, it was truly an eye-opener for me. Oh man, I bet it was! Sadly, I couldn't find any of her other works. But it always stuck with me, nonetheless. So I left my commune and started trying on my own. That's really cool, and brave of you to do so. I agree. I have never talked about this before. It's a bit embarrassing. Nah, don't be embarrassed. I think it's super cool. You're just feeling inspired to push yourself beyond what's expected of you. And wishing to leave a mark on this world. Is that what you think? Uh-huh. You're just trying to follow a path that has been traveled before. And that's not always a bad thing, especially for beings like us. You're just being careful that courageous. Right. Because the path you're choosing to walk on is still difficult. Regarding leaving your mark, I don't know. I just feel maybe you're the same as me. Like, what's the point of being born if no one is going to remember us? Right, Mr. Perez? No comment. Aww. Why do you want to be remembered so much? Why wouldn't you? Us banshees see the end differently than most. So, care to enlighten me? I can't speak for anyone else, but in my case, I was a kid who grew up in a large family, you see. Like, humongously large. Literally couldn't count all of my siblings even if I wanted to. Because they're everywhere, thanks to my dad. Oh. We weren't wealthy though, not even close. The money situation was always suffocating us for real. But sometimes Dad would drop by to give us some money. Though it wasn't even enough to cover utilities for more than a couple months. Then he'd just leave again a couple days later. Are you the eldest? Nope. But my older bros had already moved out by the time I hit high school. I was so surprised when my dad gave me the house after he died. Oh. Which is where my mom and siblings live now. I'm sorry to hear about your father. No, it's fine. I mean, yeah, it was weird to receive the news of his death from an attorney, knowing he passed away by himself, and how it took him a week to find out. Oh. Natural causes, by the way, so... I mean, how did he check out with absolutely no one knowing? What were my other siblings? What happened to his ladies? It was just so crazy to me. And I guess it kind of haunted me. Haunted how? My life growing up was filled with disappointment over him, you know? I mean in the best way possible. My disappointment actually drove me to work hard for my family. I just vilified him in my mind, like shaking my mental fist at him. Gonna do so much better than you, sir, and all that. I see. But then, I received the news that he left me the house? Like, I know he had no money. That house is probably one of the only assets he had left. So, when he gave me the house in his will, all I could think about was, what went through his mind exactly? The fact that he had a will at all was probably already a surprise for you. Exactly! What am I supposed to think of that? What am I supposed to think of him? And does it even matter anymore? When he's already long gone? Anyway, so my older brothers came back, right? They wanted me to sell the house and divide the earnings. Wanting a slice of the inheritance pie, huh? You didn't do that, right? Heck no. That's why I left for LA. So if they really wanted me to sell the house, they had to chase after me. Good call. But thankfully, my younger siblings and I are pretty tight. We're a good team. That's a relief. But that was also why I needed money fast. I needed to send money to help with my family's bills. And of course, so I could stay alive as well. That was why I ended up having to join the production house. The production house? Yeah, it was like, a bunch of content creators getting together to make videos every day. I was young, and naive too, because it was my first time venturing to another state completely alone after all. So I didn't know any better. I didn't know better how predatory things could be. Man, this isn't even going to be an entertaining story. If you're uncomfortable, you don't have to talk about it. No, it's not that. I just really didn't like that production house. But I needed the money. Someone though saw my vlogs and invited me in. And as one of the youngest there, I tried to get along with everyone. But you see, we're all creators in the entertainment industry, right? Which means we all had huge egos. So naturally, there was somewhat of a hierarchy of sorts. Trying to be the all-around helpful turned me into the butt of a joke. All the time. That didn't discourage me all that much, by the way. I mean, I also learned a lot there, not gonna lie. Still. But what ended up destroying my willpower was actually something real close, you know? Myself. What do you mean by that? Well, in a house where everyone wants to be the main character, each of us would need a solid, distinct persona, you know? Eventually, I was assigned one too, which was supposed to be a good thing, but they wanted to be the worst version of what I am, essentially, with heavy emphasis on what. I had a lot of nicknames too, like, "Hey, baby goat. What are you up to, satyr boy? Here comes the party goaty. Mr. Excess. You gonna go fishing again tonight or what?" Fishing? We had to go out and try to hit on people. And we weren't allowed to come home unless we failed spectacularly or scored. Oh. I always try to beat the punchline though, because there were always more views when something ended badly. But it was still the worst. Because I really had to act it all out, you know? Bothering people for pretend dates, be it sort of a dumb jerk just with jokes, just so it all looked fun for the camera. Even scripted. I never really liked doing it, you know, honestly, because in the end, all of it just reminded myself of my dad, you know? And I kept thinking, does the apple never fall far from the tree after all? No. So yeah, the whole thing just really sucked. You had it difficult. Yeah? Well, long story short, being tokenized sucked. The end. No disagreement there. Sorry, I swore that wasn't what I wanted to talk to you about. It's fine. I actually learned a lot this evening. I just don't want to take up more of your time. So, can I just ask you a direct question? Sure. Great. Would you be interested in guest starring on my new show? I realized I was being dumb the day we first met. I kind of forced my thoughts on you and was just being a general smartass. I undermined your strength forward efforts because I was jealous of your solid resolve. Since everything I did was anything but. But you succeeded eventually, didn't you? And you worked hard for it. Yet I almost ended up losing sight of why I've been doing all this in the first place. I went with the flow, made excuses a lot, all to justify the game. But to what end? That's why I've been trying to put together a talent showcase for those who need extra exposure. It's gonna be a small production thing. It'll be paid, I swear. And not with the exposure either. There won't be much at first. Because I don't have that much money ready to use at the moment, so... Wait. This is a bit sudden, don't you think? No pressure, though. How does this show work? Well, I'm not 100% sure the shape of it yet. But ideally, you would have, like, an interview at first, and then I'll record you singing. I'll bring all the gear. I will also be doing all the editing and stuff. It's gonna take a bit of time since I still have my main show to do. But I did start my vlogging journey on my own, too. So I could bet you the result will still be quality. Your show will tank if I'm the first guest. You realize that, right? If it does, then it doesn't deserve to exist. I don't care about haters. But you do. That's why I won't push you. I'm flattered. But... no thank you. Okay. Thanks for considering me, though. Thanks for giving it a thought. Looks like I have to go. Okay. It's nothing to do with what you just said, though, okay? Just bad timing. Yes, I get it. Cool. I hope we can meet again like this. If you want me to? Maybe? I'll take it. Thanks for your time too, Mr. Perez. Sorry if I bored you. No, truly, it was my pleasure. I love the gossip. Cool. Okay, I really have to go. See you around? Safe trip. Alrighty, see you, Mr. Perez. Come again soon. I think tonight was the most I've talked in the past 2 years. And I'm quite glad to hear that. Thank you, Mr. Perez. For what? For being such a good host. I know I'm not the easiest to get along with. It's always a pleasure to have you and everyone around. Then I'll be taking my leave. I feel like I have a lot to do... rethink. But I'll see you again soon. And we'll be waiting, always. Safe trip, Miss Fiona. And have a good night. Phew. I think I'm done for the night. I hope everything will work out for everyone. Okay. Alright, there we go. Time to check some Discord notifications. Nothing too important though. But anyway. Wednesday, September 23rd, 2023. Let's see here. World Golem Culture Center grand opening to be held in Bhutan. Lunar Cell panel prototype ready for first test. Newcomer progressive elven metal band Avatar tops US music chart. Yeah, let's see. Oh, a rock monster. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, you do that, Rachel. Let's see. All the ingredients are stocked up, and the weather's keeping quiet. Looks like a good night to listen to some stories. And I sure do love me some stories. A good evening, Mr. Hyde, Mr. Gala. Nice to see you two. How did it go at the hospital today? Well, it was fine, except I was a little exhausted. Goodness, are you having issues with the children again? No, that's not it. It's just... Well, for starters, my Fury's giving me a hard time. Your Fury? Is it the full moon already? Nope, but I sometimes get pre-Fury symptoms. Pre-Fury symptoms? Yeah, it's a common thing for werewolves. A few days before the full moon, our bodies start to prepare for Fury. And that changes the way they react to pretty much everything. Symptoms vary depending on who you ask, but it can affect our muscles, our appetite, our energy levels. It can give us headaches, and a lot of other stuff. Small, but annoying. That doesn't sound pleasant. No, to be honest, it's not great. For me, I've been feeling pretty sore, more tired than usual, and a bit crankier as well. Is there a drink that could help you with that? I never found one, but if anyone can come up with it, it's you, Mr. Perez. Since a Galahad can soothe your fury, maybe it will work pre-fury as well? Maybe. But I think it might need to be more relaxing. Like a Galahad with no caffeine, and maybe blue? Maybe this, that, and that. Yeah, because... What's the Gala? No caffeine, blue. Yeah. This should do the trick. Yep, that should definitely do the trick. Gala tea. Here you go. A Gala tea for you. Do you come up with these names on the spot, Mr. Perez? No, it takes a bit of soul searching. Yeah, just a bit of soul searching. Okay. To tailor to the situation and so on. That almost makes it sound like you know in advance what we're going to order. Yeah. Well, call it a sixth sense. Barista's tuition. Intuition, I meant. Right. Well, let's see how your sixth sense tastes. Wow, this is excellent. Exactly what I needed. Very happy to hear that. Well, what's with the long looks you do? Did something happen? Actually, Mr. Perez. Guess I'll just come out with it. I need your help. My help? Come on, I wasn't that bad. No? I was so tired yesterday I nearly fell asleep on the job. But more importantly, it's not good for you. Moping around, sulking, refusing to look at solutions. I've never seen you like this, and I'm getting worried. There's nothing to worry about. You say that, but then you spend entire nights looking miserable. No advice I come up with is good enough. And hide. I'm barely keeping it together as it is. You should know by now how I feel when Fury's about to hit. I take it you two ended up chatting yesterday after all. You bet we did. After I walked out of here, I headed home and found this one. Lying on the sofa, staring at the ceiling. Looking so gloomy it sucked the color out of the room. That bad, huh? And it's not the first time either. It's a constant these days. Please help him. Please help me help him, Mr. Perez. Well, I'll see what I do. I'm at my wit's end. Mr. Hyde? Fine. The truth is, I'm bored to death. Oh, I would be, if it wasn't for the whole immortality thing. I'm nearly 40 years old, and I've never been this bored in my entire life. Interesting. You usually make it sound like you're much older. 40 years old in vampire years. I'm not saying how old that is in other species years. Eyes on the prize, Mr. Perez. Intervention first, gossip later. Gossip later. My apologies. Why are you so bored, Mr. Hyde? My job. What was that? My job! Hey, no need to shout. Well, I'm mostly irritated about it, okay? I'm not exactly used to sitting around twiddling my thumbs, but modeling stopped being fun ages ago. You did mention something like that last time. You are trying to leave modeling behind then? Yeah. Is there a specific reason for that? It's all just so brief. Back when I started modeling, people thought of fashion in a different way. They wanted to keep their outfits for a while, so they had to be elegant, well-made, and versatile. Some campaigns that I featured in stayed on billboards for months, and I knew the clothes would last decades. In a way, it felt like I was building a bond with their wearers. I endorsed something that would feature in their cherished memories, but then social media came and it all became disposable. The clothes themselves, of course, but the models even more. I shoot a campaign, brand posted online, and it gets attention for what, 10 minutes? But another campaign comes in, and everything's forgotten. Blink, and it's gone. There's no bond to be built there. Isn't that changing these days, though? With slow fashion and the like? That's true. And people are getting into vintage clothes, too. I salute that. But the reality of my job remains the same. What about your fans? You have so many people following you. Following you. You mentioned that last night, and my answer hasn't changed. They follow me because they think I'm pretty. Being admired is nice, but it doesn't constitute a bond. So you were saying you would like to leave more of a mark? Maybe so. It would be nice if I did something that people remembered. That became a part of their lives in a real way. You do know you have people in your life in a real way, right? People who always remember you? That's not the same thing. Maybe you should study to become a doctor or something. That will make a real difference. No, thank you. The job still needs to be fun. Studying for 10 years just to exhaust myself in 14-hour shifts. Did you mistake me for a hard-working vampire? Do you see what I'm dealing with, Mr. Perez? It does seem to be a thorny issue. Perhaps you'd like to mull it over with a drink in hand, Mr. Hyde? Yeah, that sounds good. Just make me something I like. Anything you seem to enjoy recently or when we first met. Probably maybe this. Yeah, that should do it. Here you go, Mr. Hyde. You seem to like this one enough. Nice, Mr. Perez. And you lost your bet, Hyde. I bet. When Hyde was wallowing in self-pity yesterday, I told him many people cared about him. And I bet you could remember what he liked, even if he gave you no instructions. So now I get to say that I was right. And Hyde gets to buy me dinner. At a place of my choosing. You're gonna pick that horrible steakhouse again, aren't you? You know it. Have you won other bets in the past, Mr. Gala? Let's see. You say it, Hyde. He's won every single one of the bets we've ever made. Wow. Yeah. I'm this close to being able to buy a new TV with the money I'm saving on food. Just whip it in my face, why don't you? Oh, hi everyone. Hey, Lua. Hi, Lua. Busy night, I see. Hi, Miss Lua. Busy and lively, just the way we like it. That's good. And I'm really glad you're here, Hyde. I wanted to apologize for the other night. I was so excited to see you, especially since it had been a while. But we ended up fighting with Bailey's instead. And what's new? 10 years blood silver. But we ended up fighting with Bailey's instead. You must be getting bored of our arguments. It's alright. They're kind of fun to watch. How are things with you two, by the way? Just let me order before I answer. If that's alright, Mr. Perez. Of course. What would you like? I spent the whole day talking at meetings and presentations. So I have a bit of a sore throat. I hate it when that happens. Is there anything you'd recommend for that? Definitely something with lemon and honey. Sounds great. I'd love a lemon and honey drink then. That's kind of vague. But maybe... that should do the trick. Chocolate can be pretty soothing. Lemon chocolate honey. Oh, lemon honey chocolate. Here you go. Some honey to soothe, some lemon to boost. Thanks, Dr. Mr. Perez. This is truly lovely. Just what I needed. That's great to hear. My company is trying to get a big contract. So I've been organizing meetings with everyone. Making sure it's all going according to plan. That sounds pretty tough. Yeah, it's a lot of responsibilities and decision making. And part of me likes that, but part of me feels the pressure of it. So it's nice to be able to unwind with a warm cup. Anyhow, to answer your earlier question, Gala, you probably gathered that Bai and I have been fighting. Yeah, and Hai told me a little bit about it too. Right. Well, we haven't discussed the wedding for the past couple of days. And honestly, it's done me a ton of lot of good. Thing is, I know Bai means well. He suggests all these things and things I like. And I should like him. He's paying attention, not just sending random ideas. I should be grateful that he's trying to please me. But I get annoyed instead. And then I start feeling guilty that I'm annoyed, which makes me even more annoyed. It's not great, I know. Well, it'd be easier if we always acted rationally. If we only got annoyed at the right people for the right reasons. But things aren't that simple, aren't they? That's true. Although, I guess if you figure out what actually annoys you, it would help. That's the problem. I'm not sure. At first, I thought I was tired or worried. The decision making in my job has taken a toll for sure. It's a bit hard for me to also deal with organizing things in my personal life. Also, the financial side of it is hard to navigate. I don't want Spy to spend too much money, but he's right that involving my family comes with strings attached. I'm not sure how to avoid that though. But I'm realizing that might not even be the main issue. The more he sends me links to venues and caterers, the more it all feels wrong to me. I don't mean the wedding itself. I want to get married to Bai. But the way we're planning it? I don't know. I've been to my friends' weddings before. I've also been browsing the most popular wedding pictures online. There are always these big parties, very put together, very classy. They have their whole families over, their friends and colleagues. They rent these beautiful barns and they hire live bands. They wear designer dresses and bespoke suits. I used to look at that and think, this is great. This is what I want. But now it all just feels more and more off to me. Why don't you tell your fiancé that? What if he thinks I'm getting cold feet? Or that I'm questioning his ability to help with the budget? That's up to how you communicate it, isn't it? Right. But it's still a difficult topic. We've been through so much, we all know that. It's supposed to be our special day. A way to celebrate our partnership. Bai wants to honor that. If we'll offer, he thinks I don't. Or if he thinks I don't trust him. I swear, you and your elf are well matched. You're always worrying so much about what others think. Instead of working out your own wants and needs. You do realize that's the important bit, right? I mean, generally yes, I get that. But how does it apply here? What do you think it means to honor your partnership? To celebrate it properly for starters? Right. And who are you in that partnership with? I believe you met him. The blonde guy with the puppy eyes. Right. I'm glad you remember that, because you were making it sound like you were in a relationship with your friends who got married, and the strangers who put wedding pictures online. Ooh. This is your relationship you're celebrating. Why are you so concerned with other people's weddings? Your special day needs to make sense to the two of you. Have it in traders at a fast food joint, if that's what you like. The way you can also take the budget out of the equation. A simpler wedding wouldn't feel shabby if you make it feel properly yours. Um, I still want a pretty outfit and decent food. Thank goodness. But point well taken. It's just, my family might have certain expectations. Did they openly say that? No. Then maybe they do. Maybe you just think they do. The only way to find out is to talk to them. Besides, isn't Bailey's also about to become your family? You sure are the only family he's got. I'm not saying to disinvite everyone, or to fight for them or anything. But you shouldn't put their needs above your own. I really shouldn't, shouldn't I? You've given me food for thought. Thanks, Hyde. My pleasure. Amazing how you perk up when you give people advice, Hyde. Maybe you should become a therapist. And... Gee. Thanks for the vote of confidence. I did say I might become a couples counselor. But I agree with what you all implied. I don't think I'm quite tactful enough for that. Are you looking to change careers, Hyde? He's bored of modeling. Finds it too impermanent. Wants to leave a mark. Wants to have fun. Just a very quick summary. Oh, I see. Well, is there any way you can make modeling fun again? I don't think so. Last time I had proper fun was maybe 20 years ago. What happened then? I was modeling a capsule collection for a young designer, and she wanted to take her own pictures. She got a studio, looked the outfits there, found someone to do the makeup. Then she whipped out an old film camera, a proper relic. I hadn't seen one like it since the 60s. My granddad has an old black and silver camera with 2 lenses. Was it something like that? Yep. Exactly like that. She says she preferred it because of the way it captured the light. And also because it was a slower experience. Something like that. Something that would allow us to connect more. At first, I didn't think much of it. I started doing the usual, posing, switching, posing some more. But something felt different. Then I realized what it was. Most of the time, we were just talking. She only took a picture once in a few minutes, if that. Is that unusual? Yep. Most fashion photographers take dozens of pictures in a row. I felt a bit sorry for her, to be honest. I thought she didn't know what she was doing, and that she was wasting her money. But we had a great time, and we got kind of friendly, I guess. Because at the end of it, she let me use up the remaining exposures. I fooled around, shot some random stuff, and one portrait of her. Then she suggested I come with her to the darkroom. Watch how she developed the pictures and how they came out. You did always have a fondness for dark places. Comes with the territory. But as for the pictures, well, they were gorgeous. First of all, I looked really like me, you know? A me I could recognize. But that's not even what stuck with me the most. It's the care she put into processing each frame. Working each picture through the chemical baths. Hanging them. Drying them. It was like watching a magic ritual. And a portrait. When she saw it, she got a bit emotional. She said she was used to being on the other side of the camera. And it was the first time she really liked the portrait someone took of her. I'm in a weird place these days. It's not like me to tell these kinds of tales, or to launch into soppy monologues, really. Just forget it. No? I think it's a beautiful story. And it gives me an idea, I think, of another career for you. Please show, Lua. You'll be doing both of us a solid. Go on, then. Well, maybe it's because I looked at so many of them recently. But apparently, film is making a big comeback for wedding pictures. It's what you said. It captures the light beautifully. And it's a more personal, slower approach. Maybe you could try that. Who? Me? No, the other vampire was looking for a new line of work. I think you've got the wrong guy here, Lua. Your internet shut off? Damn. I hate it when that happens. But welcome back. I know I'm disgustingly sentimental these days. But I'm not that far gone. Attending one wedding gives me cavities, let alone several per month. Ah, well. Forget about it then. No, no, no. Don't forget about it at all. It would be perfect for you. Come on, Hyde. You thought of the one guy from the Wednesday TV show? I haven't seen that. I know you like to play strong and sarcastic, but you are sentimental. And you love to chat people up. You'd solve all the bridesmaids drama and offend the parents. But most importantly, you do something for these people that they'll never forget. They'll look at your pics their whole lives. If that's not leaving a mark, I don't know what is. You're assuming they won't get divorced. Ouch. I don't know if this is the right topic for Miss Lua. It's alright. I know some marriages end in divorce, but that doesn't change anything, does it? Whether a marriage lasts for a few months or several decades, the wedding is still an unforgettable moment in someone's life. That career on the Mafia is really looking up. You're hopeless. I'm falling asleep on my chair now, so I'm gonna head back. Do whatever you want, you thick-skulled vampire. Just don't stay out too late, okay? Yeah... Alright. That's my cue as well. I have some thinking to do. And maybe some talking. Thanks again, Hyde. And good luck. I hope your next adventure is a good one. It will be. Good night, Lua. Good night, Mr. Perez. See you later. Good night, you two. Here we go again. Last one sitting. Indeed. Proper night hours. You didn't say anything about that wedding photographer idea. It's ridiculous, right? Yeah, she says your average office lady who just so happens to be a succubus. That's her name. That's not for me to say, but I wouldn't call it ridiculous. It sounds like you enjoyed the whole film photography experience. And you do like being around people, don't you? I do. Sometimes. But I'm not a romantic. People get married. Hold on. Needed some water there. People get married. They think they're taking a first step into forever. Well, there's no such thing as forever. Everyone ends up disappointed in some way, and then, next thing you know... I don't want to sound too depressing. So you don't believe in love? Of course I do. But only in a certain kind. You could choose to keep supporting someone, to enjoy their company. Can't do that for years. Family, friends, family, lovers. But at the end of the day, you're still you, a separate person. And they're still them. There's no two souls becoming one. Not really, anyway. I know. The one time I tried, it really didn't work out. But do you regret trying? No. I guess I don't. It confirmed to me that marriage and the like, it's never going to be my thing. And there's freedom in knowing that about myself. It gives me space to build other relationships that work much better. But at the same time, when I see people who truly believe it, people who walk into it, willing to show their lives so closely, even if for most of them, it won't pan out, there's something beautiful there. Like watching a butterfly fly too close to a flame. You're gonna go get some water? Yeah, go hydrate. Stay hydrated, that's very important. Especially since summertime's approaching. Or a flower bloom like it never will. Like it'll never would. Well, in my case, I cinched off my wings, but I'm still here. And on that day, or that minute, when I said we'd be together forever and meant it, your wife is chasing you with a frying pan because you pranked her earlier. I sure felt alive. If you know all that, then you must also know that it's something worth celebrating. And something worth helping other people celebrate. I'm paying for your funeral? Nah, you got this. You're a tricksy. You're a tricksy one, Mr. Perez. That I am. It kinda comes with the profession, you know. And I'm too tired to fight your logic. Which means it's time for me to head back. Of course, Mr. Hyde. And I meant to say, I appreciate our one-to-one chats. I hope we can keep providing you with a comfortable space here. Oh, it's plenty comfortable for sure. Besides, well, if it all boils down to this, doesn't it? You sure so don't know? Uh-oh. The forbidden fruit. The way time passes for me is very different from anyone else I know. Thank goodness Gala's from a long-living species. But even then, you'll grow old before I do eventually. The world will change 100 times. Technologies will die out. New technologies will come. I will feel again the way I feel now. In a century, maybe two. And Lua and Gala won't be around to give me advice. The world won't wait for me. You will. Am I right, Mr. Perez? Eh. That is very perceptive of you, Mr. Hyde. Hey, you've grown to know me quite well. It's only fair that I know you a little in return. I suppose that's true. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that. To continue our story. Yuin. It's nice to know that no matter how much time passes, there's always going to be someone here rooting for me. Thank you for your trust, Mr. Hyde. We will make sure it's not misplaced. I know you will. And on that note, I guess I'm gonna go browse for some film cameras. They're pretty sweet. Oh, that's sweet of Riona. What's the worst thing that can happen? Indeed. Take care of yourself, friend. And you as well. Ah, he trusts me. That's so sweet of him. The world won't wait for you, Mr. Hyde. But some of us will. That was sweet. Anyway. I got time to do one more day. And I should probably get some more water. So I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. You have a nasty bump on your head? What, like one of those Tom and Jerry alums? Anyway, Thursday, September 28th, 2023. You're coming over there with a bat? Please, I'm very good at swinging. I do have a cane after all. New image recognition tech confuses gnomes with dwarves. A review. That's a pretty big oversight. Robots asked to give ultimate advice. Elven burnout is real. Here's how to avoid it. Here's how to avoid it. I'll save. Good evening. Let's see what's new today. Man, a copycat games is just staggering. I know, right? I bet she does, Rachel. I bet you do. Softest way to break someone's heart. Damn. Anyway, good evening. Officer, welcome. Hey, Mr. Perez. How you doing? Officer? Oh. Sorry. My mind is kind of elsewhere right now. It's Earl from calling for chance of meatballs. I got my eye on you, Flintlock Wood. No worries. Work issues? What else? I'm all ears if you want to chat. You're a pal. I'm in a real bind, Mr. Perez. What happened? Well, never having workplace issues aside, things are getting weirder by the minute, and I'm feeling out of my depth. Are you talking about your recent patrols? Yeah. I've been analyzing the CCTV footage the last couple of days. Oh, I see. How did that go? Did the cameras manage to capture anything? Yes and no. The infrareds caught a couple of blurry things. They ran off, turned a quarter, and disappeared. Could have been anything, like rats or cats or bats, but neither fits with what I've seen on the scene. The footsteps, you know. The laughter. Come to think of it, it sounded more like giggles. The flimstem differ. Giggles? Can whalebeasts giggle? Yeah, no one did. Good thing Cellibot caught that. Not at that size, no. Even if they could, it doesn't explain the footsteps, really. I see. So what's next? I have some ideas, but they're just wild theories at this point. In short, I'm stumped. French horns. No, that's not getting a like. You know, Mr. Perez, I've been racking my brain ever since Miss Riona dropped that bomb about the fairies, you see. Oh? What about them? As it turns out, fairies was an umbrella term for many types of beings. Anything that didn't fit the known physical rules at the time was to be referred to as such. Oh. Does that mean banshees were part of the fairy folk? Probably. Not anymore, though. It's an ongoing process. But the list is getting shorter. But back then, any sentient being that was even remotely incomprehensible was considered that. And that includes apparitions. Apparitions? Like ghosts? Yes. Apparitions like ghosts. Ghost? Ghost! I see. What do you mean, I see? Eh? Doesn't it sound like a bad joke to you? I'm not sure I follow. He's traumatized? Maybe a little. But, come on. Ghosts don't exist. Do they? Because if they do... all I could think about is that damn tree now. Ah, right. The tree. Does that mean it's haunted? It could be. Ah. Don't get how you could be so calm about all this. Huh? Well, why wouldn't I be? I mean, there have been all sorts of customers here. A bee's enemy is a wasp. Yeah, because wasps are annoying. Not as annoying as hornets, mind you, but still. Some of them are so out of this world, even. Sometimes, literally. You're right. I guess you're not the one who's being weird here. Don't say that. Everyone has their own peculiarities. Everyone has their own peccadillos. Tickling peccadillos. If you don't mind telling me though, may I ask the reason you're so afraid of ghosts? Wink wink, nudge nudge. Gosh no. That's a long story. Not something I'm ready to talk about anyway. That's understandable. All you need to know is my fear was never caused by actual ghosts. Oh? Suggestion is a very powerful thing, Mr. Perez. But that's all I'm willing to share. For now. Okay, thanks for sharing. You know, it's funny. My grandpa was very into this stuff. So was my daughter. They're like my opposites. Very curious and fascinated by the unknown. Not that I'm not, mind you. It's just with my time as a cop and all, unknown variables usually mean trouble. I see. That makes sense. They're the kind of people who could see things from nothing. I don't want to know what surprise was left in his diaper. Yeah, I really don't. And I mean that in the best way possible. Like, you know the Zen rock garden thing in Japan? They understand the Zenness of it. I don't. But that doesn't stop me from thinking it's chill, you know? You passed out. I mean, it's kind of the point. This is a very chill, low-key game. I really like the vibes. I think he almost got it. Yeah. But I'm sure he and my daughter could talk for hours about it. Too bad he passed away before she was born. I'm sorry to hear that. Don't be. On that note, Mr. Perez, you see my ladder, right? I'm saying I'm pretty well acquainted with it, yeah? Guess not. My bad. That thing was originally my grandpa's. Oh, okay. He bought it sometime after the war ended. It was to commemorate the upcoming new era, he said. In more ways than one. He got honorably discharged due to the severe leg injury he'd never be able to recover from. Ah. At the time, he was living right across the street from the former town hall. For obvious reasons, he couldn't walk far. So it's a good location for him with all the veteran support nearby and all. Right. Now, about that street. You see, my grandpa liked to chat. Never liked being alone, that guy. Plus, he pretty much hated his bleak room. So sometimes, You go and hang out with the street vendors in front of his place. There were all kinds of beings there, along with the pets from all walks of life. That's why he had a lot of stories about the craziest things. Ah, I see. You see, the street's name just came to my mind last night. Can you take a guess what it is? You mean Bourne Street, uh-huh. It wasn't called that before. That's why the whole thing didn't click for me straight away. But I went through his files and it checks out. Does that mean the vendors he was talking about? Bingo. And you know what? He bought the lighter there. Wow, what a coincidence. Are you sure it's only a coincidence? What do you mean? Come on. Ain't no way they're just coincidences, Mr. Perez. Everything is lining up too perfectly, if you ask me. Huh? Uh-oh. Think about what's happened so far. It was my team that found out about the vandalism before they dumped the whole case on me. Then my car was hit out of everyone's. Right. Then my luck just started tanking. The broken mug, the fan, the black cat. Just tons of weird stuff happening in the past week alone, you see. Right. And one thing led to another. My team was chosen to lead the investigation. And tell me, who's in charge of the case? Me. Then there's the Banshee lady, the patron, with some information I wouldn't have thought of. The dead tree stuff, the ferry market, information I wouldn't even have remembered on my own. Am I a coffee shop owner or a Ghostbuster? Well, technically... Nah, I shouldn't say. It's kind of a spoiler of the first game. Right. And now we know why I kept on losing my lighter, right? How are they not connected? Tell me. Well, if you list all of them in order like that... I'm telling you, Mr. Perez, that place is calling for me. The case is made for me. But they really picked the wrong guy. I'm just real bad at dealing with spooks. They make me question everything I ever known, you know? But I always thought you're pretty good at handling ambiguity, officer. Not when it comes to supernatural stuff. Because we don't know enough about what's real and what's not. What will they do? Will they hurt us? Do they bring bad luck? Good luck? What's the truth? Who knows? Maybe you should take a day off and catch up on your sleep. Huh? What's that? No, nothing. Damn cops. You know, another patron of mine suggested a documentary to watch. Yeah? The focus was on interesting drinks from around the world. You can find everything from the mundane to the extreme. From local comforts to really special stuff. And I kept thinking one particular drink might interest you. Oh. It is something like a protection drink. It's made of coffee, honey, lemon, and a slew of other ingredients. Huh. Protection from what, though? From evil spirits and bad luck. I think. Maybe it'll help ease your mind a bit. Ah, gotcha. But Mr. Perez, even if the whole situation is haunted, there shouldn't be any evil spirits. Right? I wouldn't know. But I might need your lighter. What for? Well, the drink needs to be lit up. I just think your lighter might give it the that extra magic boost it needs. Compared to just using a regular flame, I mean. What are you gonna make me anyway? Nah, I trust you. Here. Alright. Okay, then make me this magical drink you've learned, Mr. Perez. Okay, it was... coffee, honey, lemon. Yeah, coffee, honey, lemon. Ooh, that looks nice. Anyway, you can have that back. Very pretty. Oh, wow. The drink does light up, huh? Yep. This is special just for you. So don't tell anyone. Got it? Roger that. You go. Careful. Dang, Mr. Perez. This is really something else. You sure it's okay to drink? I have no idea. But I'll take responsibility if anything happens. Totally, yeah. Huh. I'm just being silly, aren't I? Sorry for bothering you with all this stuff, Mr. Perez. You even made this crazy drink to make me feel better. Don't say that. I'm always happy to help however I can. I'm very good at that after all. Thanks. Man, at least with crooks you can actually deal directly with them, you know? Not the case with apparitions. Not with that attitude. Huh? Holy shit. A detective? In my vicinity? What voice should I give him? Got it. Everything can be caught with a little elbow grease. Not actual elbow grease. I won't make that mistake again. McQueen? Is that you? No, I'm not giving you lightning slice. I'm sticking with the Columbo voice. Hello, Williams. It's been a while. It is you. The surprises just keep coming this week. Let me go over there. You know each other? More or less. We were brunch buddies. Brunch buddies? Brunch buddies. I feel like I meant to say brunch buddies in that same serious tone. But I don't like to talk about it. I still get nightmares. I feel you. I wasn't sure we were gonna make it out alive. We were truly the lucky ones. Without a doubt. Just take both of your words for it. Good. Oh, and one more thing. Because I don't like to talk about it. So what brings you here, detective? Surely it's not the coffee. Secret police reasons. I've not read the briefing yet. But enough about me. Tell me about your supernatural problems. Yeah? You need to bust a ghost? Oh. Well, busting might be a bit much. I was just talking to Mr. Perez about getting over my fear of that stuff. And ghost. Something like that. I'm weak against ghostly looking stuff. I get freaked out so easily. For example, I admit I got a little spooked by what happened on Bone Street the other day. Ah, I remember that. I know very well that unchecked fear leads to prejudice. That's why it's a no-no in my book. It even pains me to admit that out loud. Because it's true. Sometimes the toughest case to crack is ourselves. Other times, it's ghosts. How do you do it, detective? Your cases, man. I'd have probably lost all my hair by now if I were you. I try not to think about it all that much. And when I do think about it, I think, who else would do it? Nobody, that's who. Yeah, that makes sense. You know, once you get over the dead part, they're just like you and me. Look, I remember this one case. We were investigating a haunted apartment. This lady, her husband had recently passed away but wasn't moving on, if you get my drift. Real deadbeat. Couldn't take a hint. Ah, Cali fan. Anyway, we gotta go in and exorcise the place, right? But the husband, he's caught wind and he's retreating to the basement. I won't get into the technicalities of it, but it's harder to get a ghost out of a basement or an attic. It's all about angles, really. I mean, I get it. That used to be his home. All his stuff is still there. It's hard. I get that. So, I'm slowly going down the stairs to try and coax him out. Bam! Next minute, all this romantic music is playing and the whole thing is lit by a spotlight. Basic sensory illusions, classic ghost tricks. Then, oh, I know what hit me. I'm sitting at this pottery wheel, and he's behind me, and... Wait... Isn't this the plot of the 1990 film Ghost? Oh. Maybe? Yeah. We had a movie night at work, and I dozed off before it started. The story must have slipped into my subconscious. Riveting. Lightning McQueen? I wasn't... Okay, well, I made that joke already, but I wasn't gonna give him the voice. That seemed a little too obvious. Hey, detective. Hey, people I don't know. Did you get your important errands sorted? I sure did. Julie, I can see crumbs stuck to your face. Oh, that's just the rain. It's very... ruddy rain. There's filling all over your top. That's... blood from a gunshot wound. It's healed up, though. You're literally holding the receipt from the donut shop. That's why they pay you the big bucks, detective. So, where I miss? We're talking about getting rid of Officer Williams' fear of ghosts. Hey. Ghost? Yeah. You're afraid of them, right, Dooley? No idea. Never met one. We stopped a ghost riot. Ghosts are unreal. So you don't need to be scared of them. Easy. There you go, I guess. Sorry, that wasn't much help. Nah. What you said, that they're just like us, that's a good thing to be reminded of. Exactly. They used to be alive. Just like us. As long as they don't try to eat, possess, violently murder you, you should be fine. Very reassuring. Just talk to them. Hear their culture. Listen to their issues and spectral rails. Treat them like any other person. See what's on the inside. Which should be easy since you can see through them. And Crumbly. His name's Dooley, but okay, yeah, sure. We'll call him Crumbly. I thought you didn't believe in ghosts. It's best not to overthink anything he says. I certainly don't. Huh. Well, thanks for the advice. I think it'll help. My pleasure. Now, Dooley, I think we should read that case briefing and find out why we're here. I already did. Oh? Turns out we were meant to arrest the person driving that taxi. Instead of taking it all the way to Seattle, yes. Why? The driver was a chupacabra. Oh, oh, oh. Ah. Okay, okay. Let's get out of here, Dooley. Good luck, officer. Thanks, McQueen. A lot. You too, Officer Dooley. Bye, guy. Good luck with your rat problem or whatever. Bye, Coffee Wizard. Take care. Yeah, that's all he had to say over that pun. That was quite something. Well, what do you know, Mr. Perez? Looks like my good luck is back. I'm feeling like $1,000,000 now. I am very glad you do. Heh. Thanks anyway, Mr. Perez. I really did nothing much. Are you gonna be okay? Okay enough to start thinking about what to do next. I'm done here for the night. You have a good evening, alright? Please keep me updated, officer, and stay safe. Will do. Alright then. Maybe I'll go check the stock and... Huh? Hmm? Ah! Miss Fiona, welcome. Hello. How's the traffic out there? It's a mess. There is construction work taking place on Lenora Avenue. Oof. Emo girl. Well, she's a banshee, so... I guess that works? Yeah. I can imagine a gridlock already. Fortunately, I have no deliveries to make today. That's great. I'm happy you're here. So, anything I can make for you this evening? I like something for my throat. I would appreciate a cup of tea infused with some lemon. And a touch of honey. So, tea infused with lemon and honey. The Midsummer's Night Dream. The Midsummer Night's Dream. A cup of one Midsummer Night's Dream for you, miss. That's what we call you. How whimsical. It's wonderful. Sweet, but well balanced with the lemon, and the slight bitterness of the tea completes the taste. Thank you. You're so very welcome. Yep, another one for the list. Like Summertime Blues. Ruber. By the way, you just missed Officer Georgia by a few seconds. Is that so? How is he? Your birthday's March 14th? Nice. He's been thinking about what you said quite a bit, actually. Oh? He's currently dealing with plenty of clues he isn't used to. That's why he's hard at work at the moment. I see. Would you mind doing me a favor? Oh? What do you need? Could you give my contact information to him? We only connected via Bluetooth last time, so... Oh? Ooh. Riona Sheeran. I'll give that to him. What I said a few days ago may have been a bit overwhelming. It is possible that I spoke more than was necessary. All because I couldn't help but feel a pang of bitterness knowing what happened to the tree. That's entirely understandable, though. But it's not my intention to interfere with his work. As such, if he requires his assistance, please do let me know. It is the least I could do, as I realize there will be plenty of difficulty obtaining information. Oh, I mean, because Officer Georgie is a human. And we semi-physical beings have our own way of sharing information as such. I understand what you mean. Okay. I just do not wish to incriminate anything or anyone. It's fine. I get it. I'm glad. I'd say you've already helped him out in more ways than one. Hmm? Sorry, did you say something? I was zoning out a little. No, nothing. I'll pass this off to him. Okay. Thank you. You're welcome. Bad traffic aside, how are you? I'm... To be honest, I've had a lot on my mind as of late. And I don't know how to express it without sounding pathetic. You know I'm all ears. That may actually be part of the problem, I'm afraid. Pardon? You know, I've held conversations with more individuals over the past week than I have in the past few years. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's bubbling. Oh, I'm sorry about that? I don't mean it necessarily in a negative way. It's just, I used to believe that I had a settled life objective. But I have been doubting it lately. How come? I finally heard back from Miss Rachel yesterday. Ooh, any good news? No. Our fields are admittedly quite different, so I was not expecting much. However, she provided me with some contacts who may be of assistance. Even though they had no direct connection to the audience I am trying to reach. I see. She explained clearly why she thinks I should contact them, however, which I am thankful for. That's very thoughtful of her. So, what's the battle plan? And why are you doubting yourself? In essence, what the fuck? The advice is to slowly increase my network, to make myself known. Oh. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? You can probably guess my concern about it. I think so, but you could give me a refresher. Just so I don't misunderstand, of course. I feel like that would be a shortcut, so to speak. Right. She did, however, remind me of an important and humbling fact. What would that be? Well... Oh... But it's not guaranteed you'll get anything out of it, don't you think? Unless you're really sure this shortcut is 100% gonna work. Because you'd have to do way more than just if you just making a few calls and waiting for callbacks, you know? I'd say that's a decent impression of her. Thank you. After that, she told me a story about her early career experiences, both the good and the bad. Getting noticed is truly only the beginning. Then it is either a matter of letting your talent speak for you, or you go out there to develop connections with the right people. Even then, there's still no guarantee of success. After listening to her explanation, I respect Miss Rachel's determination. I can certainly see how it worked out for her. But I was left wondering whether Mr. Lucas meant something similar during our first meeting. Right. I thought it all sounded familiar. Will you try her suggestion then? At Devil & Co. office? I don't know. Is it difficult? No more difficult than sending reels to every audition I come across. Yeah, she had horns. She does have horns. But yeah, she's a succubus, not a devil. And being rejected by every single one. But for some reason I feel conflicted about it. Speaking of Mr. Lucas, he and I have also continued our correspondence. Although, perhaps it was more like a necessity. Did something happen? He was... stuck. Pardon? Actually, he posted about it on social media last night. Oh. I saw that. Did you? I came across it when I was updating my schedule and responded out of concern. Then he called me almost immediately. He was... loud. All sounds in order. And extremely... drunk? Really? He denied it at first. But it was too obvious not to notice. He told me he was walking aimlessly, deep in thought, and entered Cary Park without realizing he had done so. It must have been some deep thinking he was doing, because I think it rained pretty hard last night. Bring him to the coffee shop to get him sober? I know, if only. Well, I wouldn't know. The bus to and from there is currently not operating after 10 p.m. Which is why I sent him a message informing him of that fact, as he seemed to be unaware of it. Right. So he called me to ask if there was any other mode of public transit nearby. Wouldn't it have been easier for him to just call a cab? He told me he wanted to know the city better. At midnight. Why not? At first, you operate your business after dark yourself. Oh, after all. You know, touche. Perhaps he didn't want to go home. He just didn't want to go home just yet. And I might be mistaken here, but I thought he doesn't like drinking. Wasn't it partying? Nevertheless, I think last night was quite different. It appears he had dinner with his team, and he needed the extra courage in order to negotiate with them about his proposed new direction. Oh. And let me guess, negotiations didn't go well. I see. I suppose it didn't go as expected. Perhaps. And I know that feeling all too well. Miss. However, he said he will keep negotiating until they reach a compromise. That's good. Is it though? Miss Rachel told me about the hoops she had to jump through at the beginning of her career with her teammates as well. Likewise, Mr. Lucas had to work hard to attain improvement from his team for his actions. How can they still be so positive? What do you mean? I just cannot picture myself convincing others to give me a chance like that. I almost wanted to ask, why do we have to be at the mercy of others in order to succeed or fail? Can't talent speak for itself? But if I truly believe that, with the number of rejections I have received so far, I should have stopped a long time ago, shouldn't I? Right. That's why it doesn't work that way. What do you mean? Let talent speak for itself. We would all have to have the same standards. I see what you mean. Art would cease to be art if it was standardized. Wouldn't it? However, doesn't that imply that everything still depends on the whims of the individual judging you at the moment? How does someone like Miss Rachel and Mr. Lucas manage to be fine with that? Perhaps because they don't see it as the be-all and end-all. What do you mean? Rather than viewing them as judges with the authority to determine their fates, perhaps they simply see them as hills to either overcome or avoid, if that makes sense. Just a matter of perspective as to where the power lies. But it's not easy to climb those hills, especially if you've never done it before. Therefore, it's good to try and find out what works for you, or ask for guidance, or assistance even. Because one can't possibly know every single way to overcome obstacles, or be able to safely recognize warning signs, but first learning about them from others. Is that what you're trying to say? I see. Still. Miss Rihanna? Yes. Sorry, I got a bit lost in my thoughts. You're fine, I promise. But speaking of Mr. Lucas, what happened to him after the call? I picked him up and drove him home. Whoa. But I thought you were located in Bellevue. I am. But I still had unfinished business in the downtown area. Moreover, he suddenly began singing quite loudly near the end of our call, which led me to conclude that it would be best for me to go and fetch him. I see. How was his singing, in your opinion? It wasn't too bad. If not for the fact that he was screaming most of the lyrics, that is. Well, His hoodie was soaked when I arrived, so he had to take it off before getting into my car. Thankfully, the water did not soak completely through his shirt, so he remained relatively dry. However, I still had to lay down the seat covers as his fur got rather wet. Ah. Hoping he didn't get sick then. Aside from all that, was he okay? Considering the situation you mentioned earlier, I mean. Well, he happily asked me to do karaoke with him, which I declined. Probably for the best. Could have been entertaining, though. I ended up taking him for a drive, though, as I needed to take care of my unfinished business. A late-night delivery? No. I was buying a pie. At midnight? Yes. Why? Concerned you may have a competitor? No, not at all. Maybe a little bit. Oh, Mr. Perez, you will be fine. I sort of want to know just so I can inform Officer Georgie about it. Oh? Why? His daughter loves pies. When his car was finalized, Officer Georgie had plans to buy pies for his family's get-together. But the report took a while and the weather was bad. And by the time he was able to get a taxi, he thought everything was already closed. I see. But he takes pride in being a Seattleite. So I wonder if he knows about it already. Well, it is a very small kiosk attached to a pub. Very easy to miss. The spot is known as Disco Pie, and it serves fresh pies until 1 AM. Interesting. Good to know, thanks. Getting back to the story though. You both went for pies then? Yes. And that seemed to fascinate him for some reason. What did you each get? He ordered a slice of warm apple crumble with a scoop of French vanilla ice cream on top. And a large cup of piping hot coffee with a little bit of milk. Ouch. I feel betrayed. Truly. Oh. But it was my suggestion since I thought he needed to warm up. Double ouch. I apologize. I'll live. A little piece of advice though. A glass of warm water might be better for the inebriated. Coffee's not the best at retaining fluids and thus preventing hangovers. Oh, that's really good information to know. This is why you're the best barista, Mr. Perez. Thank you. Okay, my feelings are hurt slightly less. Just slightly. And what did you get for yourself? I had a slice of hibiscus blueberry mint pie for myself. And just so you know, I did not order anything to drink. Good. Drinks aside, what an interesting combination for a pie. How did you like it? I enjoyed it. You serve hibiscus here too, don't you? I'll remember to order it next time. Please do. And so, we continue our conversation afterwards. That was when he told me he had not given up on his goal, despite the many disappointments of his team. He also told me why he does not drive at all. Really? Why? It is... On second thought, it may be better to hear the story directly from him. Another time. I apologize. Yeah, good point. No problem. I understand. We also discussed quite a few things we have in common. Really? Yes, surprisingly. And before we knew it, it was already nearing 5 AM. Must have been a gripping conversation. I know, the latest I stayed up was like 4 in the morning. I am... not sure. However, his exhaustion seemed to finally catch up with him then, so I drove him home. Weren't you tired as well? No. Hmm. I should go now. Alright. We could be okay. I have a lot to think about. Thank you for being patient with my concerns, Mr. Perez. No problem at all. Anytime. Have a good evening then, Mr. Perez. Come back again soon. Ah, what a night. Okay, I'll go ahead and save. Friday, September 29th, 2023. Alien sightings increase. Is this an invasion? At least it's pretty. Researcher responds over algae invasion. Dwarfia Tech teams up with Golden X Industries to produce self-healing concrete technology. That sounds nice. Ah, another ad. Anyway, I'll start from here next time. Right now, though, I gotta go get dinner. Alright. But yeah, if you enjoyed the stream, make sure to follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Blue Sky. If you missed out any of my other streams, you can catch the VODs on my VOD channel along with this VOD. Subscribe to my main channel and join my Discord. It's pretty epic. I'll leave a link to it here in the description of this VOD. But yeah, in any case though, ta-ta for now, and I'll catch you again next time.